There we go. Now we are live. Let's see. Welcome to the live chat. Happy to have you. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's share the screen and get to trading or the trades. All right. So we have price really flying up here off a super solid reversal that was off of a super solid reversal. So we have price trending down right at the open. Price ramps up here from 8:32 a.m. Central to 8:43. Then it pushes all the way back down past kind of the low of where we opened at. And now we're back. Looks like we're trending back up a little bit, and we might get another push back down. Here is the 5-minute chart. I just had VWAP on there just to give you guys some context of where we're sitting. And, pretty interesting right now. Price is just kind of sitting here. We're not really looking to do anything. We basically bottomed out at that, let's see, 920, that 919, 920 level. We did kind of peak down here a little bit, but we didn't get much and reverse back up. So I'm not sure what I'm expecting to see on this candle, as in on this candle as well. But if we get a continuation of trend, I would like to have that. Now, we do have the ATR sitting well above 12, which is what I kind of deem to be active. Now, because the ATR is so high, we always want to choke down on our contracts. If we get 22 points of movement on a candle, you don't need that many contracts to make a ton of money on that. We might have an opportunity right here. So let's see what we have here. Price is trending down. We might not get a trade on this candle, but probably the next one. All right, so let's see what we got here. And if you're watching the chat, drop your name. Let me know where you're watching from and maybe what you're trading currently. Let's see what we have. So nothing yet. Still sitting here waiting, and we'll see as time goes on, kind of where we sit here, where we fall. Okay. Okay, there goes price, so that's good. That's what we want to see for sure. I like that. Now, what I'm waiting on is, so we had price touch this level and jump from it. This will be the second time now, this level right here. I want to add an alert there. And so I want to see if price is really willing to dare past that or not. I want to see if price is willing to push past that. If it is, great. If it's not, then this is still room between opening up this candle in here, like we're about to capture right now, but we might not get anything beyond that. And so let me see where we are for the VWAP. Yeah, we're sitting right at basically our second deviation line here, and we're going to blow past it, it looks like. What's the total market up to today? Bitcoin's down 3%. Overall market's up, so that's good. All right. So we're going to wait and see what we get here. Actually, I'll put that back on there just for now. Okay, now this looks like a really strong move. So let's see if we can get price to reverse back up. And then what we'll do is take a short here. So see, we get price reversing a little bit, and then it pushes back down. Let's see if we can get that reversal to be a little higher. And then we should be in good shape for a short position here. So we want to see price curl up into our sell zone right here. And if we get that, we should have a solid trade. We just might not get it. So one of the reasons I'm not going to chase this is, well, price get our take profit zone already, so that's something. But the other thing is that I don't really have an edge here. Let's say I were to sell right here. I don't have an edge. Price is pushed down pretty far, and buying at like the peak lows isn't always the best because, well, price might reverse on you pretty quick. So we just saw that on this candle. We did push lower, and now we're pushing back. So we never want to be in a trade. Like, we don't ever want to be the last person into a trade, which is what buying or selling into this would be, right? You don't want to be the last person in. So we're going to relax, sit back here and see if we can get a little bit of a reversal up here. And if we can, then we'll take a short. So I'm going to go sell 3 if price gets to that 29,904 level. And if we get that, we should be okay. We'll do 3 contracts. Looking for, let's go with 350 on this trade here or so. So we'll see what we get, but we might not get it. So And actually here, what we can do is, if I cancel this, get rid of that, and we'll do like this. Do limit order, so take profit at 350 bucks, and so our stop loss at 350 bucks as well. If our limit order is up here. So we're probably not going to get this trade here, and I probably need to give myself a little more room. So let's go 2 contracts instead of 3. Give myself there we go, 600 bucks, and all right. So we're looking, and this is kind of what I'm looking at here. All right, well, I want to buy that, and I didn't get this order set up properly in time. So let's go there. We're going to sell right there. And I'm in 2 contracts, and so being down about 400 to 450 would be the stop here. And remember, we always open the day trading inside of our paper account. Reason for that is we want to get a good feel for the market. No sense in risking any sort of eval or any sort of PA account early on. So let's just see what we get here. Let's see if price is going to respect any of what it's already done, or if it's just going to continue to scroll back up. If that happens, where price just bounces like this and goes back up, then we know the trend's not over, but there is strong buying pressure down here. So we've seen that kind of 3 times here. I'm not looking for this candle to get red, or not looking for this candle to get red, but I am looking for this bad boy to get a little bit redder. There we go. Okay, I might have to take break even on this one. Doesn't look like we're going to get a whole lot here. Let's see, 80 bucks. I'll take $50 on that. So trade didn't go as I saw it, but we didn't lose money either. So there's price pushing back up here. And we're going to get back inside of our zone, or our channel rather. And so not the cleanest of markets right now, but this is why we stay patient. So let's see, I'm going to share this, make sure we got everybody going in the right direction. Okay. We're gonna unsend that. There we go. I sent the wrong link out, so that's on me. Hello. All right. Okay. Just see what we got. Okay, so we have price rolling up here, and again, the market, or on the day, the market is still green. So that's important to note. Let's see if we can get a long here. Actually, I want to wait, but I would be looking for a long trade right here, and that's probably what I'm looking for right here. We're inside the channel, so I don't always recommend taking these kinds of trades. But I do like what I'm seeing. We're on 2 contracts right now. I do like what I'm seeing. So price is strongly reversing up. We have this massive price action right here. And then what we're also seeing, if I can get the profit out of the way here, is price is trending back up. And we've seen this move like a couple of times, once, twice, and here's kind of the 3rd time. Now, again, I could be wrong, and that's why, again, we don't trade inside the channel, and we also paper trade our first few trades of the day, just to see what the market's up to here. So I was down, 250, I think, or so. So that means I need to hold for about 250. So buyers really stepped in. Let's see if that holds, or if this downtrend really continues. Let's see what we have here. So not liking what I'm seeing so far. Okay, so that's minus, 300 right there. So not a terrible trade. I just want to get a good look at what price is doing. So we're still at ATR, still at 23. We could probably go down to just 1 contract here and see what we have. But what I am kind of seeing is one of 2 things. So let me remove this off the screen here. We either have price rolling down and ready to touch these lows that we already saw already, or price is going to roll back up and get somewhere around like this region in here, this 21,000 region or so. That's kind of what I'm seeing. So we'll just wait and see what happens. Price might just hull around and continue this same looping pattern of down, up, and continue on down. If that's the case, then that's fine. But worth taking a shot at because you never know what you might see. So let's see. Good morning, Truth Wins. Happy to see you here. Good morning to all. All right. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so here's our 5-minute chart on our right, and very obvious that we're in a downtrend. So could be time for some more selling here. We just need to wait and see and let price come to us a bit more before we get something like that. So let's just wait around and see what we get. How's everybody's morning so far? Any wins so far to report? Always want to hear that. Okay, let's see. It's a whole lot of nothing so far, but we might be getting ourselves a new trade right here. And I'm gonna go, let's bulk up here. Let's get used to trading these massive ATR. If we're gonna have mornings like this where the ATR sits at like 30, then I'm going to be ready to trade this and ready to make some decent money on these trades. So let's see if I can see what we can get here. So price curling up. Let's see. Does price want to break this 884 level? If it does, cool. If it doesn't, then we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But on the right side here, let me change these to squares. I like the square look better. Okay. All right, save. All right, so this is a trade I kind of like. Let's take a swing at this. So let's see if we can get some more selling pressure first. Waiting for it. There it is. All right, so even though price is inside of our channel, I like our trend. We're on the same side as the trend. We're inside the channel, so not the best place to be trading. And I might get blown to this one, which is okay. But here's what I'm seeing is price trending down, and I'm just a bit aggressive on this trade here. So we're going to go down. Let's just let it play out. But what I'm basically seeing is price curling down this way, and price jump back into the channel, and I'm thinking it's going to explode out. It didn't. It's just kind of hovering. And so we're just sitting here waiting patiently for it to turn around. Again, always trade inside the demo account to start. Always want to get a good feel for what the market's doing, because if we're just going to range here, then that's okay. And if we're going to head back to VWAP, then we should be able to notice that and see that. But no reason to risk a ton of real money in any case, whether it's an eval money or PA account money, when you have no idea what the market's up to in the morning so far. So not a great trade there, and that is okay. Let's see just kind of where we are for right now. Here's price. We're making some lows here, and then we're continuing, but nothing special. We'll just wait and see. See Blue 2 accounts Friday. Watch your content again this weekend. I will get this. You absolutely will. Truth Wins, you absolutely will get this. It is possible that the mornings when the ATR is high as it is, like just isn't the best time to be trading. ATR when it's above like 12, I consider that pretty high, and that's good action for me. But when we get to this like 30 and even in the 20s still, what we get is big movement, but we might get 10 to 15 points on both sides. And it might be 10 to 15 points at like the very end, and then another 10 to 15 points at the very beginning of another candle. And depending on the size of the account that you're trading, you might end up like blowing up an account, and you really didn't do a whole lot to do that. So let's just be patient here. Let's trade through some of what I'm seeing here, which is the ATR being super high. Let's just kind of take some demo trades here. Take a look at what we have. And then when we see price calm down, start to make a real decision, but then the ATR is lower, then maybe what we can do is start to look at trading inside some of the evals / PA accounts that we have here. So we will wait and see, but we're going to be patient here. 50K. Are you 50K top step or apex? I put top step, apex. I got you. Okay, so what 6K, and is it the drawdown is 3K? Is that right? The total account lossage. And then what's like is there an intraday? I don't remember exactly. I haven't hit a 50K stop loss in a long time. What is the daily drawdown that you can have inside of that account? I'm familiar with Top Step, but not Apex is 50K. You have to let me know on that one. Let's see, profit's 3K on the 50K. I'm bugging. I'm thinking that with 100K. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking of the 100K. So then is the drawdown $2,000? Is it 3K and then 2K? I think it is. I'm familiar with that. I don't know where my head is right now, but oops. But I'm pretty sure that's right. Sorry for the confusion. Yep, trailing is yeah, cool. So that's still pretty fair. The 25 and the 50, I always felt like Top Step's the same thing. They don't have a 25K, but 50K. I always feel like those are the most fair of them all. You start getting into like the 100K, which is okay. That one's fine too. The buck 50, the 250, the 300. I think it's 351 too. It just gets kind of ridiculous as to what they expect you to make versus your drawdown and also the amount of contracts. But being able to pass in one day is kind of the king offset to that. Like you really don't have to be super talented to catch one massive trade with the amount of leverage they give you to take a really good trade. So it's always worth noting and keeping in mind. Let's see here. So if I didn't know better, I would say price is going to try and make a push. It's about to be a 47 point push here, but push to VWAP, which is this red line right here. We'll see what happens there. If price begins to get outside of our channel, I'd feel very confident taking a pretty nice trade there as we have a clean trend to look at. So I'm going to just keep that in mind, but I need to see price outside of this channel. I need to see my choppiness index give me a blue, and if it does, now here's the thing about this morning that has been tricky so far, is most of the moves on the 1 minute chart at least, we haven't had a lot of pullback action. So like for example, we're blue here, we're blue here, blue here, and blue here, but none of these candles really gave us a whole lot. We didn't get much of a pullback, and the one time that we did, price ended up actually being green. So it wasn't like a great trade. I'm seeing this pretty clear. I kind of like a long here, but we'll just wait and be patient. There's no reason to trade or anything, but what we haven't seen is basically this. Let's say this candle does end up flipping green. We haven't seen large wicks yet on the downside from upward pressure, upward buying. This might have been the only candle. This was at 8:50 a.m. Central. This is like the only one. Outside of that, there's basically been very little movement from buyers and just straight up selling. And so when you get that, like this might be a perfect example. When you get something that looks like this, you have plenty of opportunity to enter. But when you get like this is tough. This is tough to trade because you could basically get in and it could just like drop on you and then run on you, which I'm pretty sure I just had one of those. And those are very difficult to trade. So don't recommend that. Let's just be patient. Let the channel, sort out some of the mess for us, and then we really just need a couple candles here to give us some direction, and we'll be okay. Let's see. The problem was up 1,000, but then took $1,000 loss. Stopped me out and chased attempted to trade my own money. I would avoid trading truth wins your own money, especially if being down 1,000. You can trade your own money if you want to trade one contract. That's totally fine. Like trade your own money with one contract. But the difference with trading like an eval and blowing $1,000 and trading your own money losing $1,000 is your net worth decreases by $1,000 versus $50 or $40 from Apex. And so I do understand the sentiment of trading your own money. It makes sense, and I do that. And most of my cash is in like swing positions in the market. But I do get the sentiment. It's just when you lose, you actually get poorer versus an eval. You might be pitching away a meal or two as far as cost goes. So I would always be patient on that. Let's get a couple payouts from these prop firms first, like quite a few. And then if you want to trade your own money, you can. But I would just be very patient with that because the market is unforgiving, and getting back $30 or $50, even if it's $100, is a lot easier than getting you back $1,000 or $2,000. So I'd always be patient on that. Let's get a few payouts first, and then you can really use your own cash after that. All right, so let's see what we have here. I like price building up right here. If I had to put the footprint chart on here, I would say that we're probably seeing a lot of buying in here as it loads. Yeah, a ton of buying in here. And so that's good. We just have to wait and see and let price, let's see if we can get price to push up in here. If we get that, then great. But we'll have to wait on that for now. So be patient. We'll let price continue to come to us. And if I had to guess, looks like our next move is going to be building up. Now remember, VWAP is right here, which is still a ways away. Still 46 points away or so. And so unlikely we get that move right away, but we'll keep that in mind because it does look like price is trying to trend that way. And here's the 5 minute. It looks a lot more reasonable on the 5 minute, considering this candle right here was 80 points, 70 points, which is nuts. So we'll see where price wants to take us here, but we'll be patient and wait. I don't like that. Let's see. Oh, I have broken even, but I don't understand. Yeah, it's tough. It is so tough. Every time you blow up an account or you hit a stupid rule that would blow up your account, it is like the easiest thing just to say, let me just go and trade my own cash, not worry about these stupid rules. I get that. I totally do. I'm gonna go long here. My entry kind of stunk, but I'm gonna go long and just take this trade right here. 300 to 70, 30. Okay, so this thing wants to really chop inside of our channel. Let's see, 225, 285. Let's see if I got this thing right or not. So here's 240 and we're back down to 1 something. But here's what I saw, and let's see if we get price to run. So there's minus 45, 120. I think I'm in the right spot here. Is we have price drop down and then a bunch of buyers step in, and that really pushed price back up. Now I'm going to take 180 on that and just be patient. So $180 there on the quick trade, but basically we're inside the channel. I don't recommend that. Had I held a bit of like $400 right there, so not the greatest, but price pushed down, buyers immediately step in and we run, and that's what I'm looking for. So here's probably another good example of that. Let's wait for buyers to step in. Okay, we get that, and I'm taking a long right there. Probably a bit too late. I might get blown on this account and get back what I just made, but let's see, or blown on this trade rather. Okay, 375. So I need to hold for at least $400 here. ATR sitting at 17. All right. So again, not the best trade here. So got a little greedy there. Not great. But here's what I was seeing, which is, and the same thing happens. I didn't wait for buyers to step in deep enough. And that was the error there. I should have waited for it to get back to this previous wick before taking that trade. But both of these trades follow the same philosophy that I'm seeing here, which is price immediately pushes down. We get back to what I'm seeing here as basically this wick to make it easier to see. Like this region right here, somewhere in here. And then it's bouncing, which is good. That means we have buyers stepping in. We might get price to roll back down here. But at this level, we have buyers stepping in. What I didn't do what I did well on this candle is I let buyers basically step in first, then I took a trade. What I didn't do here was let price fall back to the same level where I saw buyers step in before, and that's why we got blown out of that trade. So super choppy inside of the channel, which is why we don't trade it, but a good learning lesson there, and we'll take that one and we'll bank it because price will settle down and we'll start to get some of these easy trend moves again. So super choppy trade, but that's okay. We'll continue to work through it. Let's see what we got here. Good job, got you, understand. Yeah, up 1, down 1, up 1, down like 3. That's okay though. So we'll continue to be patient. But again, always paper trade / demo trade your first few trades of the day. And it depends on when you start. Let's say you start at 5 a.m., whatever time that is for you, or if you start at 10 a.m., whatever time that is for you, time zone wise. Always start inside your paper account. I know that it feels like you're missing out on moves and it feels like you get all your good trades when it doesn't count, when all your bad trades come when your account's at risk, real money's at risk at least. But it just for your psyche, no athlete warms up or goes right into the game without warming up. You don't see any track runners, marathon runners. Everybody stretches and warms up first before they get going. And that's the same philosophy we want to have here. So here's a really good trade that we're about to set up here. But the point still stands. We want to warm up and just let's get a good feel for the market. I don't necessarily know what the market wants to do here. I thought, again, that we would run and maybe get close to touching VWAP. And if we looked at the 5-minute, we were about 20 points away, 22 points away from the peak here of getting there. And now we're pushing back, threatening to make new lows for this session. So let's see what that means for us. Now, I'm going to wait for this candle to figure itself out. And then what we'll do is probably take a short on the next trade if we get enough wick movement. If it finishes outside the channel, which it might not. So we'll be patient. Okay, so that was a perfect little trade there. That was a good one. Good little setup. So price pushes up into our sell zone and it pushes back out. We want to see that. We just want to see it outside of our white lines here, outside of the channel. So if we get that again, that's a wonderful trade. So let's just be patient and see if we can capture it. Let's try to get ourselves a good trade here. So ATR is back up to 20. So, that's great. We have a lot of movement here, which means we don't need too many candles or too many contracts to make a ton of money. So let's be patient. Let's be patient. Thank you guys for joining, and a lot of you, I'm sure, subscribed already and liked the video if you would. But thanks for joining and jumping in, and hopefully we make some money together today. I have a lot more time to dance around. All right, let's see what we have here. So price is outside the channel now. We're pushing up, and let's see if we can get. Let's see a little more. If we can get a little more there, I'll take it. Nope, didn't get it, and there goes price. Oh, there we go again. So now we're really hopping around. Let's be patient here. I don't know if I like this candle the way it's moving. Let's be patient. I'm going to check, let's see, Forex Factory and just see what news, if any. Nothing really. All right. I didn't really anticipate this week having a ton of action, so this is great to see. We're just going to wait. And I think this candle, we'll see here, but I'm going to keep a close eye on this level right here. As that is where price has rejected not once, not twice, but basically 3 times. I'm going to count that bottom candle right there, that green candle. So I'm being patient here, and let's just see what we get. And there's nothing wrong with, even though these might look like great setups, there's nothing wrong with just waiting, because if this thing really is a trend, then I'll get a few more opportunities. If this thing is not a trend, then I didn't risk any money, and I don't look like an idiot because it took a bad trade. So nothing wrong there. Just wait and see what we get here. The day is still very young. Cool. Yeah, we've got all day to trade here, so let's see what we got. Anybody take any trades so far this morning? Catch anything? Okay. All right, so price is making itself a very nice little buy zone right here. Very clean. So we've seen this now once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, almost 6 times, where we basically get price to jump into this level and then it runs away. And it's done that a few times in a row. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that every time price gets to this level, it's going to be buyer central. We could blow right through it, and if we do, then that would be a high quality trend there that we'll see. But this is why we don't want to chase the market, and we need to keep just an overall look in view of what the market is doing and what previous price action has done. Because up here as well, I'll mark these, even though this isn't really how I trade, I want to keep an eye on it. We saw price bounce here almost 3 times, and then it blew past it, pushed up again from it, blew past it again, and then used it as resistance a couple times in a row before blowing through it again. And so a support or resistance line, means something until it doesn't mean anything. Point is that I've noticed now 5 times, almost 6 times, prices enter this region and run away. And so that's what I mean by let's just be patient and see what happens, because this is a very easy trade to get into, and also a very easy trade to avoid. So we're going to keep those lines on the chart just for now, and let's just see what price wants to do. We're really far from VWAP, but if I had to guess, I'd say that we're probably going to trend inside of one of these channels here. Let me go and edit this really fast. Let's take the mids off here and just see where we are. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this really fast. Okay, so here's our channel. We're strongly trending. I'll make it bigger so we can all see that. But we are strongly trending between the upper and lower second band, or the second and third band rather. Whoops. So did I just do the upper one on accident? Yeah, I did. I want the lower one. Okay. Or is it the first? Holy cow. Lower first. There we go. I'll make that one a different color too. So we're ranging between basically these two. This is our range, those red lines right there. And so we'll see what price wants to do. Does price want to push past this and continue on up? And we'll test these, the 942 and 956. Is that what we want to see here? Or is price going to reject somewhere around here and continue to push back down? And we'll just keep touching these bottoms here. We'll just give it some time and wait and see what has to happen. So we'll keep an eye on that. But great. Job Truth wins up 240. That's great. Up 240 is great. The blocks are green or red. What does the indicator measure? Simply price action and the symmetry of price action. Now, over time is what the choppiness index is. I'm a huge fan of it. It's a little bit delayed. Ideally, we catch some of these, like these two candles here. It catches these here. But that's okay. When price gets pretty choppy, it can get a little delayed as far as what it gives as a trend. But typically, and I've got a lot of shit on my chart. I don't like that. Typically, let's get rid of these two. By the time price is outside of the channel, it is trending. The second confirmation I like to use is just how far away from the channel it actually is. And what we haven't seen, and what basically happened here, here, and here, these three, really just these two. When price really extends from the channel, that's when we've got ourselves a great trend. But it's very difficult to get that when price is choppy like this. But choppiness index is fantastic, albeit a little bit delayed. I have put together a kind of a collage, if you would, of some leading indicators, but I didn't like what they were just a little bit too leading, if you would, and so it wasn't super effective. I am working on some different strategies that could be utilized, and so we'll wait and see. I had an updated version. We looked at it on Friday. I had an updated version of the predictive model that I did kind of like. It looked aesthetically pleasing, but it wasn't useful. And so until we get something like that, where it's super useful and who gives a shit how it looks, like then I'll update it. But for now, this has made me a ton of money, and so I'm going to keep using this. But I do want to add a few things that I think would make this look a lot easier to understand, and then give you a little bit more discretion as to what you want to trade. So like here's price pushing down, and is this going to be like another double top like we just saw? I don't know. Or is it going to continue up? So we've seen a double top here, 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 and then let's see what this one is too. Or does it push down, buyer step in, and we run outside the channel and look for a long here? This is kind of what I'm looking at. But if I had to guess, based on this candle, we've got a ton of buying here. Who knows how much buying is actually going to step in and where that leads. So we'll be patient, as we're not really getting a whole lot here. But I like what I'm seeing so far. Okay. And so we're just sitting here waiting, and we'll be patient. Okay. So we got some more buyers stepping in here. ATR is sitting closer than it has been to 12. Let's see, where is it actually? I hate that it does this. Just tell me where we're at. 16, I'll take that. Okay. So let's see if we can get price to really push up here. And we're getting back into that region where I'm thinking we could get to VWAP. Where again, we're about 40 points out right now. So it'd be a ways away. And here's VWAP up here, right there. So it'd be a ways away. And the reason I just edited the current TradingView version of this. I added the mid bands, the mid tiers. And the reason for that is just super easy to see. Kind of price will reject these mid lines pretty easily. So I have that on there as well. All right, so we have price inside the channel, and we're going to run, and I think we're going to end up hitting VWAP here pretty soon. So let's see what we get here. VWAP's at 62, so we're probably not going to get it in one candle, as it's not what the ATR is calling for. But it is looking more and more like we're going to get price to really trend up here. Assuming we hold this, now this is interesting. Here's our 50% deviation from VWAP to the first deviation band. So half a deviation away, if you would. And we're kind of rejecting. So let's see what we get here. I can see price holding and pushing higher like we are right now. I could also see price rejecting this high over here and running back down. And so we'll see. We had a bunch of selling right here. And so we also had a bunch of selling right here as well. And so I'm not necessarily sure we're going to get what I'm looking for just yet, although I do like where we're sitting. So we've got price, market is up, which is great. Bitcoin down, which I like to see the opposite. Let's see. Okay, so there's price pushing back down, and I'm going to go long here. I just want to wait and see how far price wants to go down first. I do like a long position here. Let's see, inside the channel again. Let's wait for it to clear out of that. Maybe not. Maybe we get price to push all the way back down. Man, maybe we really do get price to push all the way back. So let's see. Let's see if we can touch this little wick down here, which if we do, then I'll definitely go long. Let's see. I'll put it right there. I'm going to let price and see if they can touch this previous wick. Let me get this up off the chart here. Now, again, I don't really want to enter inside the channel here, but I'm seeing this wick, and I'm kind of just thinking that price might want to touch this and run from it. I don't know if we're going to get it, but let's see. Oh, don't do that to me. There we go. All right, so we're in this trade. Price gets to our previous wick. It touches it. Let's see if how far it just explodes through. So break even, down 200 bucks. Let's see. No. Even again, we're up again, down again. So this isn't the best trade in the world, but let's just wait and see what happens. There's 30 bucks. Let's see. Decided to get super bright outside, so let's brighten this up here. There we go. 75 bucks, 45 bucks, 100 bucks down. Yeah, so not great. Let's see what we got here. Price is just super choppy. Even, down 60. Let's see if we can let's just accept defeat at 300, 270, 300 bucks. Nothing there again. So price runs back inside the channel after breaking out, and it continues on down. So not great again, but we're just being patient, continuing to try and test some of these theories here. And this is why I say trade inside of a paper account / demo account at first is, although the sun is blaring in my eyes right now, let's just build some theory. Like right now, price is basically telling us it's not going higher than that, and it's not going lower than this. And so this could just be a set, let's wait and see what happens as price is compressed just like that. This is what I'm looking at here. And if the ATR continues to trend down, then eventually we'll get ourselves a decent trend where there isn't too much buying and selling back and forth, too much fighting, and we'll get ourselves some easy trades. But for now, what we're kind of seeing is price is just sitting in between these levels here. So nothing special going on, nothing great. We're just going to continue to wait here. Let's see what we got here. I know, triple top. Yeah, it has been obnoxious so far this morning. So truth wins, you're absolutely correct. So let's see what we get here. Okay, yeah, as you guys can see, the sun is just straight in my face. I'm going to close the blinds here and see if we can clear up a little bit of that. There we go. Oh, that should help a little bit. All right. Still got some sun coming through, but that'll be okay. All right. Yeah. So nothing worth throwing real money at still, but the market will give it to us. We haven't seen it yet. So what's encouraging about this is that the ATR at one point was crazy high, which means we do actually have buying and selling inside the market, which was my biggest fear this week, is that Monday, today, tomorrow, I'm still going to say Wednesday is probably not going to be a great day, but I will come back out here and we'll take some trades. We'll see what happens. But those couple of days, or these couple of days, and definitely Friday would be ass. But I won't be live on Friday. I got babysitting duty actually. But these first 3 days, I wasn't sure what we'd have, and the ATR being at 30 lets me know that we've got some interest. So that's good. I like that. I love that actually. The market is eager to do something. So we're just going to wait and see what happens. So we'll hang tight. We'll be above 12. So for the ATR, it's kind of interesting because I could say, or I could see where if you wanted to trade when the ATR was below 12, which each candle would be about 11 to 10 points per movement, how that would be a safer thing to trade. Typically, what we get, and today's just been a choppy ass day. Like if we just look at the 5 minute for a second and I'll answer this question. If we just look at the 5 minute, it has been nothing smooth. It's been all back and forth, and there's just been nothing fantastic for us to trade. Now, typically when the ATR is high and we're trending, it's super easy to like scale up a performance account or pass an eval in a couple trades because you are getting a ton of movement. So when the ATR is high, typically that is good. But in a day like this where the ATR is high, but we have a bunch of choppiness, that is not good. And so ideally we'd want to just wait and let this thing settle down first. Now, just because the ATR is below 12 doesn't mean we're going to get a trend. It just means we're going to get less price movement. We can still have choppiness. The opposite is true. We got to have price above the ATR at 12, but have a ton of choppiness like today. And so it goes back and forth on a day like today where it's choppy and high. That's good for getting blown out of trades, as you guys have seen me do a few times inside my demo account here. But ideally, typically, I like to see the ATR high and a clean trend, which really, I mean, there were enough trades here. This morning, this one right here was good at the open, but trading the open is gambling. And then a couple minutes later, we do get price to really explode up here with a couple of very nice trades. And then we get price to push back down. Like this is the kind over here. Let me zoom in there so you can see it clear. Like this is really the price action we're looking for. We just only got it between 8:38 and we got it for 20 minutes. Not even that. 38 to 53. So we got like 15 minutes essentially is all we got on that. We didn't get a whole lot. But this is what we're looking for. This type of, call it a parabola, call it whatever you want to call it, just a little, U shape. This is what we'd like to see. We just, since I've been trading, it has looked like this, which is just atrocious. So ideally when the ATR is high and we get a fluid, like we can clearly see which way the market's going, like there are a ton of trades. You could have hammered a couple of these in the morning and been done for the day, like very easy. But when it's high and it's choppy like this, well, then there's just not a whole lot going on. This is when it gets dangerous. So high and choppy is dangerous. Low and choppy is less dangerous, but inaccurate. High and fluid, high and trending is probably the best of both worlds. You just have to get your entry correct. So I do like it high, but I like it when we're making new highs or new lows and things like that, not when we're trading inside of ourselves like we are right here. Hopefully that answers the question of why I want it above 12, because it just makes things easier. But today is a perfect example where it doesn't. And hopefully this isn't too grainy to watch. I am working on getting some of the 4K displays set up here, so I should have the equipment arrive on Tuesday. So we'll have some cleaner looking live streams going. So bear with me on that as well. But just want to put that out there too. We will be cleaning up the way this thing looks on live because it doesn't look the best as I went back and watched it. It's not hard to see what we're doing, but I would like it to look a little bit better than it does. So we'll be improving that. So we give that some time. But man, we're just sitting here waiting around. I'm bored to the point of taking bad trades is kind of where we're sitting right now, which is, it's fine. So I have a demo account because it's kind of how I created the model anyway, fucking around, and then I found out. So let's see. So I'm not going to put too much stock into this, but we have basically buying right here. So this is interesting. Now, I'm not saying buying is we're going to take off here, but I see a strong buying between this bottom wick, no wick here as this candle just opens and runs. That's good. So let's see what this means for us. Does price continue to come down? Does it continue to run? Very curious to see what happens here next. Because it doesn't look like we're going to get back to VWAP here within the next few candles. Okay, so price is steadily building here. That's good. Okay, I like that. All right, so that's nice to see. Okay, I think I've got my formula here. Yeah. All right. So really, really good here. Jot that down. All right, if I see one of those again, I'm going to take a trade on it, but I'll talk you guys through it here in a second. Okay, so thanks all for watching. We're at 5 viewers, which is incredibly high for your boy, so I really appreciate it. Again, we'll be working on the display and how it comes across to you guys so it looks a lot sharper over time. But thank you again, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff people usually ask for. We're going to keep putting out really good content, and we're going to continue to take some fire trades. But for right now, we are just sitting here waiting for price to, at this point, do a whole lot of something. So we'll just wait and see. Chocolate is blue, but that means absolutely nothing right now, as price is not willing to go anywhere. So we'll hang tight. Who else is taking some trades this morning? What have been the results? How are we looking? What's going on? Stream was helpful. Thanks, ARX. Bullish, I appreciate that. Thank you both. All welcome. You are welcome. I think I can reply. I'm also very new to streaming, so bear with me as I learn how to do this. I'm not the most proficient at it yet. Also, by the way, streaming and making it look really good, I'm not the most techie person. This shit is hard as fuck. Like, to actually get clear, like, picture and video, I got to order a bunch of fucking equipment. I wasn't expecting to have to do that. But it's not, like, it is not easy. When you go live and to make it, like, look like you're damn near watching your own TV, shit is not easy. So I had to order a bunch of, expensive shit. We'll see. I still have to get to the point where I have my own camera. Like, you have an actual cam recorder that's not attached to your computer. I'll have to do that at some point. Maybe get one of those big light things that it's like a big light. It's like a big ass. It's like light, and it's got a big cover over it, and it's got the white sheer in front of it. It lights it up, but it like softens the light. A light softener. I don't know what it's called, but so we'll have to do all that. And we'll get some shit in the background too. Do something with the wall back there. But we'll get it all squared away and cleaned up. But it's a lot to make this thing look good. I was messing around with some of the different technology to get the stream started. I want to start a little bit sooner, but no, I just didn't. I was like, oh my gosh, it's hard to deal with. So anyway, we'll get it all cleaned up here. I appreciate you guys' patience. Hopefully we have some good trades here. When to sell, I'm happy to help you with that if it's your plan. Once I pass a few evals, was the indicator's power. How often do you plan on streaming? Javier, my boy, hopefully like every day. This week will be kind of ass because we'll have Thanksgiving Thursday, market will be shaky Friday, and then Wednesday, who knows what the market's going to give us. So definitely today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. We'll see what kind of trades we have. But yeah, we'll see. And then truth wins. So the predictive model is available. The predictive model is available if you do want to 7-day trial it, and then if you want to purchase it. So it is available for you to use. That is definitely up there. Do I need help selling it? I'm not quite sure. I make decent money doing this already. I'm gonna take a short right here. We're gonna go right there. Okay, fill was atrocious. My fill should have been about 2 points higher or so. So that's not great. But here's what I'm looking for here, and I'll get back to that question. Price gets into our sell zone here. It pushes up. We're outside the channel. And once we touch, we basically run from it. That's an ideal trade. Now, what I really want is probably the next candle, which is going to be hopefully, ideally, a little lower than where this one is. That'll probably be the best sell. But this one, this is a perfect trade. My entry was just 2 points like delayed, which stinks. So I'm going to hold on to this one for a little bit. Let's just see what happens here, because I do like price coming down, but we'll see kind of where that leads us to. Ideally, prices are going to fly down to this level in here, but we're going to hold on to this one for a little bit and see where it goes, unless we just completely erase this candle here, to which, then we'll exit. So there's 275, 270. Price is dancing. Okay. So I like my position, but not the entry. All right. So we get price moving back down, open up. And I have a feeling this thing is going to pop down a little bit more and then run back up. So we should probably exit this thing here, but we'll give it a second. I could always be wrong and happy to be on this case, but 195, 150. Okay, if we get to even, that'd be sick. What are we doing here? Okay. All right, so I've caught myself in what I would call a bad entry land, where I should be profitable like right here, or at least break even, but instead I'm down about 200 bucks. So my entry was just like a tad late, and this does tend to happen on TradingView, and so that's okay. Like you can deal with it, but my entry was probably a point or two delayed, and it looks like we're coming down, and so I'm going to be patient here, but I'm not excited about where this is looking so far. So plus 60, minus 110. All right, so we are getting some downward movement here. This is still a decent trade. We just can't hold anything past this level, which isn't fantastic, but we're going to wait and let it just play itself out. So there's 390s, 400. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, so sellers are stepping in right here at this 900 level, 20,900. But we're not really getting much beyond that. There's the 135. Okay, now I'm going to need this thing to run to at least 300 bucks. And so that, because I was down quite a bit in that earlier trade, we might not get that though. So let's see, 75, there's 210, 285. Okay. We'll have to do 105 on that one. Let's see if we can get this next trade here to do something for us. So not the cleanest trade in the world. It ended up being profitable, and it would have been profitable on any account that I had, but not the cleanest trade there. Would have really liked to see price continue that move down, like continue this push down here. I thought we would get on this candle here, and this might be the candle where all the magic happens. But we wisely exited. But I like this. So let me zoom in on this one. Let me go down to one screen here, and let's see. I'll answer questions in just a second, but let me move their page model for just a second so you can see this, because this is just price action. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, like basically tops here. This is sellers stepping in, stepping in, stepping in, stepping in, all 4 times. Now, do buyers step in and push this thing higher? We're about to find out, and it looks like they do. But when we have something like this we'll call it a quadruple top, right? We also have the bottom here as well. But anytime we have something like this, that's always going to be very attractive for me to take a look at and glance and maybe get a trade in. 2 things happened poorly in that trade. Number 1, my entry was ass, and number 2, I was up 285, I think, and didn't exit. Ended up getting like 150 or 130, something like that on that trade. So there was more that I could have captured on that trade. I just didn't get it. One, because the entry wasn't great, but the second was because I didn't take the money that was on the table there. And so that was, and it could have been a much better trade. Probably should have made about 350 on that one, but not everything goes in your favor all the time. You have to manage around that. So okay trade. I was down. My drawdown was a lot higher than my profit, which ideally I'd like that not to be the case. But we squeezed out a win in a bunch of choppy bullshit. So not the worst of situations there. Ideally daily, Javier. So you guys saw a mediocre trade at best, but I'd like to see something better come up here. And we are just inside the channel all day. Just spill that on myself. Okay. All right. Okay, so price is not running up, which is good. Let's see if we can hold something. We're just not holding anything so far this morning. It's been annoying as hell. And so if you're a wick trader or somebody who wants to take these trades off of some of these wicks, if you believe and have enough conviction in some of these trades, there are positions to be had, I think. But I like to see a trend, and we're not getting that. Now, my assumption is in the next hour, we probably will get a decent trend that forms, considering this is the price action we're looking at. If I take off the predictive model and the VWAP on the 5-minute chart, we can clearly see there is no fucking trend here. There's nothing. And so price either needs to fall down here and we need to run and set ourselves up for some lows, or what we need to do is price runs up here and continues to erase what happened at the open, essentially. Or 10 minutes, 15 minutes after the open. So we'll see what we get, but it's also important to have a higher time frame on your chart. I prefer the 5-minute over like the 15, especially if I'm trading the 1 minute. The 15 is great. It just doesn't give me like enough, if you would. By the time some of these trades happen, like we're just barely getting a candle. And so I like the 5-minute paired with the 1 minute. Some people do like the 15-minute in the one. That's totally fine as well. But in days like this, it does help to have a higher time frame show up, because what you can do with that is really take a look at what price is doing, and then kind of check yourself. Like maybe I'm seeing a trade here, but you're really not. Like you're just seeing price reverse back into what it's been doing. Like I'm sure if I put the volume profile on this thing, it sits somewhere around this 920 level. Like this is where all the transactions have been taken so far in this region. So we'll just hang tight. I'm sure there will be trades, and we'll have the ATR lower than 12, which is ideal for me, but we'll probably have some really solid trades. So nothing to be had here. Let's just be patient, and we'll get to it. Thank you guys for watching. We're almost an hour in, which is great. Hopefully we can keep this going for another 2 hours or so, hour and a half, 2 hours, and catch some good trades. I like to get, that was one. I like to get a few more good ones in before I call it a day, and let's see if we can get into one of our eval accounts or even a PA account and take some trades. We'll see. Nothing shaking here so far. Now, here's what something that I'm interested in is this right here. I love this sort of price action right here. Not so much this one. This one, I like that price action too. But this price action and then this price action, where price opens and there isn't a lot of selling volume that occurs. And so we just get price to push. We get price to push up, and I really like that. So I'm highly interested in any of the moves where price basically opens and there isn't a bunch of opposite force that steps in and pushes it the wrong way. If we get, the more of that we get, the more interested I am in taking a trade here. Like, let's see if this level holds. Like these two levels right here, does it actually hold? So like taking a trade right there, it fucking does. It's magic. Now the next candle, it doesn't work out as well, but that's okay. We're on a 1 minute chart, so I'm not worried about that. A few points is fine. But we basically saw this level hold for 2 candles in a row. Now sellers are stepping in here, so that's good. But keeping note of that, keeping note of how these wicks come into the picture, and seeing if I can program in some sort of market signal to give us that we can like maybe buy out those levels and scalp a few points. Like that would have been, this is my measurer. Yeah, that would have been 9 points from the bottom, total of 14 points. So if we would have caught that trade from the bottom of this candle here, yeah, I mean that's at least 5 points. And if we're trading 5 points with 3 contracts, 5 times 3 times 20, 5 points times 3 contracts times 20 puts us at $300. So that's a $300 trade right there. Very, very, very solid. So I'm keeping an eye on that. There are some things. Let's see. There are some things that I do want to update now. Let's see, I'm looking at a few different texts here, but sorry about that. So we'll see. We'll continue to figure things out. Let's see. Channel bound. We are channel freaking bound. So we're at an hour of streaming. So thank you guys for hanging tight or hanging in there with me. Really appreciate that. Hopefully continue to entertain you guys and make some money while we're all doing it. But yeah, we are sitting in the channel. Now, I'm paying attention to these wicks because this is something that I do want to program in eventually. And by eventually, I mean by like the end of the week into next week potentially. Taking a look at what some of these wicks mean and how to use them properly. The thing about trading too much price action is you can put too much stock into one specific thing. And if you just try to trade that one specific thing, you end up getting torched out of a bunch of trades. And so you never want to find yourself in that situation where you're like intensely looking at something and you completely miss the big picture, that was going to be a winning trade overall. So being patient, the 5 minute has now stepped back into its ordinary regular trend. So that's something to pay attention to too. The channel is nothing more than the average price that we expect this market to give us. And so the 5 minute has stepped back in after holding at this 889 level, 888 level right here. So very, very solid. So we're kind of building these new lows. I'm not convinced that I'm ready to take a short position right here. If price gets lower, I'll take one regardless. I'm aggressive like that. But looks like we're kind of holding this level, so that could mean price is coming back up. We'll see. But we'll pay attention to that. We'll just keep an eye on it. Nothing really to trade right here. ATR, if I had to guess, was below 12, and it is. So we're sitting here way below 12. So that's good. We have less. Anytime when these candles get bigger, you have a lot of intrigue, a lot of people buying, a lot of people selling. Sometimes today is a prime example of that. ATR is high, but there really isn't a trend. All that means is that there's a ton of competition for what price is doing. Okay, there's a ton of competition to sell up here and buy down here. Now, if that was the way that I preferred to trade, then catching some of these moves would be really easy, and I think they kind of are. This is a very predictable pattern. However, it's not how I want to trade because every once in a while you can get torched out of a trade and miss what is so obvious. But when the ATR is high and we have this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, we have a lot of competition. We have buyers stepping in, trying to push price higher. We have sellers stepping in, pushing price back down lower. And so when that's the case, it can be quite difficult. And today is proven that to us. Now, when the ATR is lower, we just have less transactions occurring, which means that we could get an easier trend to form because there isn't going to be as many transactions. So we'll be patient with this. Now, what that does mean is when the ATR, in this case, let's say it's below 12, let's say it gets like 10 or something. ATR sitting almost right above 12. Let's say you get this thing down to like 9 or 8 or 10, somewhere in there. Then what I would do is just add more contracts. So I'm going to get less price movement, but I want to make more per point. And so I'm going to add contracts to that. Versus when the ATR is sitting at 30, like you trade 3 to 5 contracts, you'd be down $1,000 in a sneeze. So I'm going to be patient there, but very, very, very solid. So let's see what we got here. Okay, 5 people watching. Thank you for watching. Chat with me in the channel. I want to answer every single question that you guys have, and anything else is top of mind. We can talk about pretty much anything, but I want to catch a few more trades here. I know price is going to move at some point, and so we'll be here to catch it. We just got to wait and see what it does first. Okay, we got kind of a quadruple top right there. Now, I don't necessarily like to teach on or talk about like this specific price action with the predictive market site. And the reason for that is all of this stuff is meaningful until it's meaningless, meaning price could just blow past this thing. And if we try to go short on that, we might get smoked out of that trade. Now, there are a lot of ways to trade, and so there is no one perfect way. It kind of works two ways. Number one is it has to work with the way you see the markets and the way you see patterns and everything, the way your pattern recognition system in your brain works. But second is I like to be on the right side of a trade and like to be with the trend. And so here's a case where let's see how far price runs past this. Price runs past that line by 2 points. Okay, so not terrible, and we reject down about another 2 to 3 points. So a pretty decent little mark here, but I'd rather take this long position back up to like here and here and then eventually here rather than trying to short this. So I don't put too much stock into these super wicks right here because again, they mean nothing when price runs past them, and they mean everything when you look back in history and price didn't run past them. So I like to only use things that I know I can take action on right away, and price action like that isn't the most helpful to me. So we're going to sit back and continue to wait. We know price is chopping back and forth, so we might as well just hang tight and let it give us something that we can actually chew on for a second. There we go. We got a little bit of a run there. Okay. Answer a few texts here, and we are doing nothing still. So choppiness is blue, so that's good, but we haven't had anything yet, so we'll just be patient. We got 6 folks watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know where you're watching from, like physically in the world, and then also what you're doing, what you're up to. Always curious to learn more about you guys and what you have going on and kind of what some of your goals are and what you're looking to accomplish. Hopefully, looking to be a part of that in any way I can. Can you trade cigarette account? Are you still? Right. Let's see what we have. Okay. All right, so price rejects pretty strong there. So that's good. Okay, so we've found ourselves a bit of a, okay, probably gonna come down here. If I had to guess, there's that. Okay, I'm gonna take a short here. See what my fill ends up being. Did I not register? Here we go. All right, fill was basically where I want it to be. We're bored inside the channel. Okay, we're still paper trading, we're still demo trading, so keep that in mind. But ideally, I don't want to trade inside the channel. But what I'm seeing here is price like try to make these new highs and then it rejects every time. And so I'm seeing this. I'm seeing price push back up, and I'm just trying to at least advantage of what price is telling me it wants to do, which is push up a little bit and then push way back down. Let's see if we can get, there's 195, okay, 240, 255. We'll take 210 on that. Not the best trade to necessarily take, but an easy one to spot, which is price is continuing to make these upward movements and rejecting every single time, wick after wick after wick after wick after wick. And so we're able to take another one. Let's see if we can get one more here. So there's price. Let's see what we got here. And I want to see it go a little higher, like get up to like here, and then I'll sell. That's probably a little bit aggressive, but I'm trying to be about a point on target or so. And I'll give myself 2 points there. So let's see what we have here. I'm basically assuming price, if it is to run up to here, that it would then not go beyond that previous wick. I'm probably not going to get that on this trade here. I'm going to cancel that order because I do not want price. It just made a new low and then immediately rejected. I don't think I want to go short on this right now. So we're kind of making, if you guys can see this, we're making, was this a trend line right here? We're kind of making this right here. And again, I don't trade this. Again, like it means nothing until it means something. I don't trade this, but what I am seeing is price making these new lows, but they're a little higher than they were before. And so could we be building higher? Maybe. And so we could be looking for a new trade here. So I was 220 or something like that. We'll see. Oh, nice. Atlanta, but Johannesburg, South Africa, that is crazy. Truth Wins, what brought you to Atlanta and LA? Sick guys. Hey, well, East Coast, West Coast. I'm in STL, Missouri, in the middle of you both. So, happy to be connected all across the country and the globe. Very exciting. Very cool. Yeah, South Africa is sick. One of my friends did not a mission trip, but she worked for like a company that helps with trafficking of people. I don't know if I'm allowed to say stuff like that on YouTube or not, but anyway, A21 is the business or company or a charity or organization. And so she was where was she? At the very bottom of South Africa, whatever that town is. I'm blanking like crazy. Maybe it was Johannesburg, maybe it was, shoot, it was another big city in South Africa. I'm super blanking right now, but she was there over the summer. Really cool experience for her. So I'm not familiar at all with South Africa, but trying to relate, I guess. Let's see, we have a long position right here, Foreman. So I was kind of spot on with the trade that I took and the one that I didn't take. So this one I liked a lot and it worked out for me. This one, I saw price push back down strongly and then reverse up quickly. And so because of that, I didn't take a short trade here because I saw price make a new low and then immediately like retrace and go higher. Now we've got ourselves a bit of a long position forming, and I'm interested in taking this trade right here. So let's see what we have here. Let's see if we can get ourselves. This should be an ideal trade, assuming this doesn't wick all the way back down. All right, so new candle. And do we get ourselves anything that looks something like this, where price gets to about that 926 level? Now the answer to this could be no. And if that's the case, that's fine. That means the next candle could be kind of our win. So 5-minute chart says we're building. Again, we're getting back to that, what is that 944 level. So that's up here. And then again, that 957 level is way up here. So we're going to see what price does here. Okay, I'm going to delete my buy limit there because what are we seeing, guys? Price, top, okay, wick and wick. Now, again, this can mean nothing. Price could just blow past this, and that's the case. Cool, I'll look for a trade on the next candle. But if we're not going to make a high beyond this, then I'm not interested. All right, so price is trying, but sellers are stepping in, and that's very apparent. So let's wait and see what happens here. So this is probably going to be a short, if I had to guess, but we're going to just wait to see what happens. Okay, so we have price kind of just hovering. That's fine. And again, the model could be perfectly right. We could see price push down into here and then reverse back up a little bit. Like that's totally normal. I just don't know that I'm ready to take this trade right here. So we're going to just be patient. Yes, Cape Town is exactly what I was referring to. Yes, that is 100% correct. It was Cape Town. That's perfect. And awesome. 8 years. Sweet. Welcome to, or happy to have you in America and be one of us. Hopefully we can bring some of, hopefully we're rubbing off on you in a good way. And if not, that's because you're in Atlanta. So I'm just kidding. My dad actually lives in Atlanta. So I might be making a trip out to Atlanta over in early December. We'll see. I'm not a big traveler, so we'll see. Probably the opposite of you, I guess. But all right, price pushing down. Let's see if we can get along here. Let's see what we got. Okay, I'm gonna go long right there. I don't know that I like my entry, but I like the trade. Okay, so they're at plus 90. There we go, 135, 45, 90. What are we doing here? Let's see what we got. All right, so my entry should have been a couple points lower and we'd be up a little higher now, but there's 180 right there. I'm gonna take 150 on that trade. A lot more to be had, I am sure, as in there it is. But I liked what I saw. So price didn't get to my buy zone here, but it did get low enough for me to take a very solid trade. So super good there. Let's choke up on the contracts a bit because we have a lower ATR, which by lower, I don't mean a lot lower, but just we're at 10. So we're expecting about 10 points of movement per candle. So I'm going to choke up a little bit, but we're starting to get price to push up. Let's see if we can get another little purchase right here. I'm going to buy there. Damn, my fill was atrocious. God bless. Okay. All right. So not good there. Let me see if we can still get what we're looking for. Anytime the ATR is super low, okay, minus 700 there, not great. Anytime the ATR is super low, you're going to get yourself and find yourself with some of your fills not being good. Now, it didn't matter what my fill was on that candle. That was ass. So, let's see, why is price pushing all the way back down? Can we take a guess? So we had like this area right here, but nothing that would have told us that we're definitely looking for a short position here. So that's a disruptive candle as it didn't give us anything. So not good. Price made a little bit of a high on this one and then just proceeded to drop like crazy. Now, revenge trading would tell me that this long position right here would make some sense, but we're just going to wait because what in the hell is that? So again, this is why we stay inside of our demo account, paper account, whichever one it is for you, because we don't really have a trend yet. We're still, if we look at the 5 minute, we're still inside of this channel here. And so again, no reason to risk like real money, whether that's again, eval money or PA account money or your real money, like just hang out for a second because I'm not really sure what is going on, but we aren't making anything, we're not making any real moves here, not up, not down. And so let's just hang out. But solid trade on the first one. And then the second one, I got a little bit greedy as I sometimes like to do. And we gave it all back and then some. So not the best trade in the world, but we'll see kind of what price wants to do here, and we'll be patient. Okay, VWAP is the target. It was the target, and then it became not the target. So I do want price to get to VWAP. I would love for that to be the case, and this is kind of what we're looking for. But sometimes sellers just beat you, or the opposite side beats you to the punch. Like that does happen from time to time. And so, it is what it is. It's like we're trying to get Bitcoin to go to, 100,000. Well, people are going to sell at 99 and 98. Like that's just what people are going to do. You have to be ready and patient for that. So let me add this over here actually. So VWAP, we're closer. We were what? 48 to 56. I mean, we weren't too far away. We're like 10 points away on the 5 minute. It is coming down a little bit and flattening out. So what we really don't want is for price to violate VWAP back and forth. That would really mean we're in some choppiness, but we're looking for longs here, as I think we should. It's just going to be a choppy road ahead. So nothing wrong with that. We'll just, again, continue to be patient as it's going to take some time. It's going to take real time for us to get what we're looking to get. Okay. Continue to be patient. Okay. Not a whole lot of good so far this morning, but hoping that can change here in the mid-morning. Okay, so there goes price. It's good. All right, so we are building a little bit. Okay, VWAP is at the very same level as that resistance line. So I do fully expect price to get to VWAP. Now, when that happens, how that happens and what it looks like are a big mystery. It looks like we had sellers step in at this 48 level. VWAP is sitting at 957, so a little bit 9 points away there, so a little ways to go. But what we're also seeing is price sitting right here. Now, here's what we do know, is that everybody sees VWAP, and everybody sees that we're really close. But we have magically sellers stepping in at this, 41 level, and pushing price back down. So we'll see who ends up winning out on this right here, but we have sellers stepping in here and kind of this region right here. And so it could be pretty choppy. And so if we're going to take a trade, we got to find our spot and take it aggressively if we can. So here's price pushing up, and we're going to see what happens here next. So strong buying to open this candle up, really strong buying. And let's see if we can get up to this level in this candle here. And then we'll look to get an entry on the next candle if we can. Okay, 7 of you watching. Thanks for joining and tapping in, and add some thoughts, add some questions, add some whatevers. What's your P&L for the day? How are we doing? What's new? And what are we seeing? All right, so there we go again. So there's the fuckery that we were expecting to kind of see. Everybody sees VWAP, this red line here and the red line here. Everybody sees that. It happens to be kind of like the range high. And so we're gonna get some nasty price movement here, but that won't stop me from taking a trade here. I just don't know if there it goes. Are we getting to VWAP there? Not yet. We're gonna get to VWAP here in the next candle or two. So if we get a chance to go long here, I will. I'm gonna go long right there. Fill, please, thank you. All right, again, very aggressive trade here, but I know my target and I see what price has done, and I'm trying to get as much as I can to VWAP without this thing turning against me, deeply, which it looks like it might. So let's be patient here. 255, 300. I'm going to give this thing a little bit of room because I know what price is trying to do, and I also know where my target is, and so this is going to be a bigger trade, but it might not be going in my favor. So let's just wait and see what happens here. All right, there's minus $800. So nothing. I'm looking to get this thing to VWAP. I want a long position to VWAP, but we've gotten really strong. Shoot, I got in. I don't like that trade. That's 250. But what I was looking for here, and I knew it, and I didn't say anything about it, but we had basically price reject this level right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we opened right here 5 times. And so I kind of had the idea that we would bounce here and run, and my entry just wasn't the cleanest, but I knew I wanted it. And by the time price opened up and moved, I wasn't able to capture enough value on that in order to get that trade, but I did like that position. I saw price was bouncing right here. I really wanted that trade. So that ended up working out, but the trade before really smoked me. So we'll just continue to wait. Let's be patient here. Still VWAP is the what we're looking for. We got 8 of you on here now, which is a new record, I believe. So thank you guys for joining and watching, and type along as you would. All right, we're gonna go long here if we can. I need that price to come back down for me though. I didn't get that entry. I wanted it, I didn't get it, and I want to see if I can get some more here. Now, here's ATR sitting at 10.5, so that's fine. Okay. Oh, man, price is really jumping around here. Yeah, that was the entry. That was exactly what I was looking for. And there's our VWAP touch. Yep, there we go. All right, so now here we go. Let's see if price holds here. Now we're going to look for some decent trades here. If we can get price to hold above VWAP, if at all, we're going to get ourselves some good trades. And we might get a reject right here. We might get price to push up here and then reject back down. That's okay. But we did get price to touch, and it looks like we've got price holding here pretty good. We've got market moving green, so we're sitting in a good spot here, a confusing spot, but a good spot. All right, let me get that off the screen. Let's see if we can get price to push up beyond. Now, VWAP's going to be tough. Again, everybody sees it, and then, if you're going to, some people will sell against it, some people will buy into it. So we're going to see, but let's be patient. What do you want to do here? Because this move is what I'm looking for. Like this kind of movement is what I'm seeing and what I'm hoping to get. We just gotta be patient. Let's see if we get this thing. I'm gonna get this whole chart. See if we get this bad boy to continue to move up. All right, so here's where we are historically. We haven't seen this level since, well, here, and we topped twice right there, 3 times. So let's see what we get. Is it a new time, or is that same level going to be the one that we reject from? So there's VWAP, and it rejected from VWAP, and let's see how far this thing wants to push down before it continues its trend up, if it continues up at all. Let's see. Okay, double top. I'm gonna buy into this though. If I get price to go low enough, I just don't know what low enough means yet. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take that position right there. Super aggressive, hoping for price to pop here again. Let's see what we get. Nope, didn't get it, so didn't get our spot there. But I do like, let's see if we can get price down here, if I can buy that right there. Right there. See if we can get that. Again, we're still looking for price to like uncork and start to make a decent move. But man, oh man, let's see. All right, so we might not get price to get all the way down here, but I also don't like being in a long position as price looks like this. So we're gonna close, let's see. We're gonna close that one out. And then what we're gonna do is see if we can get ourselves another position here, but we'll see. So price strongly, like buyer stepped in right here. And let's see if that continues. It didn't, so that's good, I guess. Let's see if we get price to start trending down here. Let's get this off the chart now. All right, so we had our VWAP touch, kind of had our moment, and it didn't it didn't hold or anything, so that's fine. Now, does price want to continue to go down, or does it want to stay inside of our channel? Because we've basically been on this channel the entire time, and it's been hyper annoying. So let's see if we can open this bad boy up here and get some decent movement. I got it. Great trade. Great trade. Awesome work. Perfect trade. Make some money. That's always a good sight. So price hits our VWAP and runs back. That's good. And here on the 5-minute chart, let me get rid of the model here for a second. We can see this pretty clearly. And let me get rid of this white line too. Price hits our VWAP, it gets close, and then it rejects all the way back down. It's almost easy to see that this is obvious. I'm going to sell right there. It's almost really easy to see that price is going to hit this level and pull back. And so you have to give yourself one of two things: enough room to be wrong, or a few contracts, so that way price can run up as far as stop loss goes. But we have this move here. It hits nicely, and then it reverses back down. That's a very easy thing to see, but it can be hard to find and time that entry up here. So I'm looking for price to continue to move back down. I'm in this trade right here, probably a bit aggressive, but let's see if we can get price to get outside of our channel here and continue a downtrend versus huddling around where it is right now. So down 100, down 200. Okay, let's see. I like my entry here. I'm probably a point or two too early, but let's see, 225, 300, 500, 525, 800, 9. Okay, we'll take 875 on that one. So super solid trade there. That's kind of what I'm looking for, is for price to push back. Yeah, this is now we're starting to get some movement. This is what we're looking for here. Some of these reads will be a lot easier to make now that we're starting to get price to really give us a direction. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in a row on the 1-minute chart, at the 5-minute chart. We're kind of sitting back, maybe looking to get back down to this 889 level, which is pretty low, but we could see that here. It could just be one fucking candle, which would stink because I wouldn't get another trade there. But if I had to guess, we're going to get to this 895 level and then maybe to this 886 level. And so we'll see what that looks like. But really, really, really solid trade there. We'll see. Welcome, Brendan, to the chat. Good trade. Thank you, Truth Wins. Really solid trade there. Let's see if we can get one right here. Okay. Price pushes up. I'm going sell right here. Okay. And this is aggressive, as I didn't really see any seller step in, but I kind of like my position here. It was 125, 200, 450, 800. Oh, not 800, 400, 300, 350, 75. Okay. 500, 475. 525. There we go. There we go. There we go. 1350. We're going to take that. That's $1,100 on that trade. So there we go. Like, this is what we're looking for. And this is kind of why I say I want the ATR to be around 12 and above, is we get these easy ass moves here that really allow us to take these, like, what I would say are pretty predictable trades. So really good trade there as well. Sometimes we just have to let the market like uncork and like get open a little bit. Now, the entry on this trade was highly important because the trade I took doesn't even look like a real trade anymore, as there's like almost no way we could have made money on it. But that's why your entry matters. Now here's price reversing back up, and I said we'd get to this 886 level, but we really got to that 895 level, 896 level. So we kind of had the same. I'll show you that. Here's that level right here ish. Like this is the level I thought we would get to first. Now, what I like to see is price push down into this thing and then push further. You might not get it though, the way price has been moving, but this is what I mean. If we can get price to kind of uncork a little bit and get to moving, we're gonna get some really predictable trades, as we just had 2 of those bad boys in a row. So really good trades there, super solid. Let's see if we can get a few more here as this thing begins to really start to move. What's the market up to? We're just above even. All right, let's see if we can get a pullback here. And if we do, looks like we're not gonna get a whole lot of pullback here. Let's see. I wanted to pull the trigger. I didn't. I should have. All right, so let's see if we can get, I'm gonna go sell. And this is why I didn't want to, is sometimes I just want to be a little bit more patient than my gut says to be. And it wins a lot, it loses some. But all right, so here's this trade here. And here's what I'm looking for. Is price is definitely going to bottom out somewhere like in this region, this little 3 to 4 point region, like 5 point region right here. It's going to bottom out here. I doubt that we get price to run up here and then fall all the way down. That would be an amazing trade. But what I do know is I think price is going to come back down. What I didn't want to do was chase it and enter like right here, and then price rolls up to our channel. And so if I'm going to miss this trade, I'm going to miss it by not getting into it, rather than missing it by getting into it too late or too early, whichever one makes sense in your head there. But all right, so I'm going to delete this sell limit here, because if I get that means that this trade is over and I'd be screwed. But if we're making these lows right here, then what I want is this candle to close and get, okay, let's go back to where we were before. This level right here. So this is my new target, 886. Now I'm not going to take a trade here and just hold for that. That's not what I'm into. But this is kind of where I see price aiming. Okay, and it happens to be the same as this deviation, this 50% deviation right here on the VWAP. So we're gonna be patient there. This next candle will be crucial, because if this thing can close below this level, then we should have ourselves a nice short position here. So let's zoom in a little bit and let's get to work. All right. Okay, I know buyers are gonna step in pretty heavy, but let's see how far. If we can get to the top of that previous wick, top of that previous candle, I'm selling that. So probably a little bit too high. There we go. About that, I guess. So I'm looking for. If we get that, then I'm good. If we don't, then it is what it is. Let's answer some chats here. Okay, got 8 of you guys watching. Again, that's a new channel record. If we get to 9, I would just be floored. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm very excited to have you guys here. And we're going to see if we can get this market to give us some good money here, because that's what we're looking for. So let's see. All right. So if the market just dies right here, then we're probably looking at a reversal, so which I'm going to close this open order. Okay. So we're going to get rid of that. Choppiness index has us as a red now. So not looking too good there. Now here's the thing. If price gets up to like here, all the way up here, and that's probably a little aggressive or a little high. Price gets like right there, I'd take a sell right there. I don't see price reversing back up much higher than that, but I don't know if selling down here makes a ton of sense. I don't even know if selling right here makes a ton of sense or not. Based on where price has been sitting and holding, we got this, and so this is what, 7 points away now. I'm not really looking for that. I'd like to see price get up to here at best, and then go short. So when I have price kind of bottoming out, all I'm looking to do is really capture just some wick movement. And so we might get a fill right here. Oh, wow, you're a dirty little thing, because that should have been, I'm gonna delete that out now. because now I don't want to take a short right there. I don't want to short into that. Okay, so price has decided we are going to start moving up a little bit higher, and so that's why I canceled my open order there. Okay, so interesting there, but that's fine. That is fine. Okay. All right, 8 folks still watching, which is great. Happy to have you guys here. Thanks for the likes and subscribes. I don't know if I can tell if anybody subscribes or not. I don't know how to do that yet, so bear with me. Again, I will be, let's see, what did I just do here? I will be updating some of my computer settings here so that this live does get a little bit more clear to see. Get some 4K resolution if you would. So we're gonna have that in the next, probably not tomorrow, as everything should arrive tomorrow, so hopefully Wednesday, but we'll have that, so keep in mind. All right, so here's what we have here. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is, we'll see what this one ends up being. We have it's like 5 bottoms right here in this region. So I'm gonna need price to push way up, and then I'll take a sell. And my goal isn't for this candle to get a fill, I don't want this candle to get a fill. I would like this candle to turn red and go lower, to which the next candle would then be our fill. I don't want to move this up. This price is threatening like a motherfucker. I don't like me threatening like that. All right, so here is where I'm looking to get in, and I'm seeing about 2 to 3 points of movement before price would reverse back down. Now, again, I want this green candle to go red, and I want to get to this 887 level. This is really where I like to see price. But if we don't get it, we don't get it. All right, so there's some redness. Does it break? It does. Okay, now we might have to get ourselves into like a shotgun trade here, which is price reverses really fast and it goes low. All right, that would have been it. I'm gonna go sell right here. Okay, I actually got a decent fill on that compared to where I clicked. So let's see where, now my fill was good based on where I clicked, but not good based on where price was. There's 75, there's 275. That was 275 really fast. Fuck, that was fast. All right, so that's minus 400 there. So we gave back a little bit of our profits. Let's see if that was so fast. It's a drawback of trading on TradingView is I had no chance to get out of that trade. All right, so that's fine. We made 1,400 bucks. We gave back 400. That's not a big deal. I'm looking for a short here again. Let's see if price can get back up to like this level right here, and I'm gonna sell that. Let's see if we can get it. If we get it, great. If we don't, then we probably have ourselves a bottom here. And if we're gonna keep making these like weird bottoms where like it gets lower, then it jumps away, it gets lower, it jumps away, then it's gonna be hard to trade. But let's see. We're gonna cancel that first off. All right, so there's price moving up again, and it looks like we rejected up over here. So if we get price to move up a little bit higher, I'll probably take a sell right there. But if not, then I'm gonna wait because we don't want to go short into some super bullish movement. All right, so price is now higher, and let's see if we can get up to here or so. I just don't believe that price is really going to hold this high. So let's see what we get. I'm gonna go just shy of that right there, of that wick. If price gets that high, I'm gonna get blown on this trade potentially, but I couldn't like top ticket and make a ton of money here. So let's just see what we get. This is a super aggressive trade, but if we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. I don't think we're gonna get it, but if we do, it'd be a fantastic trade. I'm gonna keep this order open for this next candle, unless this next candle turns red super fast, then we'll cancel it and we'll set up a new limit order for the next. Okay, let's see if price gets above to my level. We're in the trade. Okay, we got run past. There's 75. Let's see what we get here. 75. I might have to just close this bad boy out because it's not going to be a great trade. I don't think. There's 3, 4. Yeah. There's 350 on that trade. Got back those losses. Probably could have had a little bit more. But this is exactly what I'm looking for. So we get price to get back to our level. It runs about a half a point or maybe a quarter a point further, and then it immediately rejects. This is just wick trading here. This is inside the channel. My predictive model says long. It's probably right, as in, well, price did hit the predicted take profit, so like it was right. But what I'm seeing here is just price hit our wick and reject, and I was able to get 350 out of that trade. So that was a really good trade. I still don't recommend that, but you can see our channel is sloping down. So taking shorts into this is more responsible than taking longs into this. And so that's what we see here. So really good trade there. 350, nothing to be upset about. And let's see what we get on this next candle here as we let price kind of digest and see what it wants to do. We're kind of curling up right here, so we'll wait and see on that. Okay. Live chat. I got 80 of you guys still watching, so really excited to have you guys here. You guys saw some decent trades there. What is that? All right. Whoa. All right. Okay, we got price moving up here. Now, we could be looking for a long here. This is kind of what I mean when I say, like, we have to let price uncork a little bit, is now we're starting to get some, what I would say, like, our predictable moves. And this is really exciting. Now, ATR is still sitting around 11, so that's good. So we have some movement here. And we are trading 5 contracts. So keep that in mind. Like, some of these wins aren't that many points. We just have a lot of contracts on them. And the reason I like to trade a lot of contracts is it really helps like get used to like taking responsible trades. Being down $1,000 on 5 contracts is literally nothing. And so if I take that same trade in an account where I have 3 contracts or 2 contracts, then I can either A, hold on to a little bit more, or B, like get out of that trade but having lost less. So it's just a training, like I guess, method, if you would. I could even like choke up to like 10 contracts and try to use like $1,000 or $2,000 as stop loss just to get used to seeing those huge numbers. Because what you don't want to do is hold onto a trade for a really long time. You don't want to be inside an Apex or a Top Step or pick any account and be down a ton of money, and then you get blown out of your account because you held on too long. So half of this and a lot of this is just money management. I haven't had a $1,000 loss, but I have had a $1,300 or maybe $1,100 win. And so my risk reward needs to still be tilted towards my wins are larger than my losses. So a lot of this is just going to be risk management. That's how you're going to keep most of your accounts alive. All right, so I don't know what this thing wants to do right now, but I assume we're coming down, but I don't know how far we're going to come down. So let's just wait and see. Okay. All right. What are the markets up to? We're barely green still, so that's good. We're just going to be patient here. Okay. That's how you spell that. Okay. How are we doing so far? Are you guys still watching? 9 of you watching. 9 is a new record. Whoever just joined, I really thank you. Appreciate you a lot. Don't leave. But 9 is a new record. That's like, it could be 9,000 or 900,000 for all I give a shit. That's a lot of people watching. So really appreciate you guys tapping in and coming to watch some trades. We just came off of a $400 win, a $1,100 win, a $400 loss, and a $375 win. So sitting in a really good spot. We scalped this move here. We caught this one. And then, or maybe it was this one here. One of these two. We caught one of these two. And then we caught another one. We took an L on one of these candles. I have to go back and watch the replay. I don't remember. It was a few minutes ago. It was within this region here. It was at least 15 minutes ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It was one of these. So 10, 15 minutes. You guys go watch them. But we had a lot of really good trading. I took a short on, it was this candle right here. I shorted this, like kind of this top right here. I was on the money with that one. But now we're just waiting. Let's just see what we get now that price is pushing down. Now, anytime we're inside the channel just represents what we expect price to do. We expect price to get up as high as the top white line there. We expect price to hover around the bottom line here. We expect these things. And that's why we don't trade inside the channel. Not that it's predictable, because if it was, we would just scalp the shit out of all these moves. But it's the fact that inside of this, we expect price. Once it leaves, that's when we start to begin to start to see some trends. So these white lines kind of represent, trend movement, and we're inside these white lines. Not that price can't move up or down, but we just expect it to be choppy, and we'll wait for price to leave. So let's just hang tight. We'll wait for this bad boy to turn blue again. Some of you guys call this green, by the way. Well, We'll talk about that later. But anyway, wait for this to turn blue and we'll have ourselves another trade. And we also could have a long here. So I like this position here. I'm gonna go buy right here. Let's see, I'm gonna wait for a little bit of buying to step in first. Not yet. Not yet. But I like it. Not yet. There it is. All right. I got a pretty good feel on that. Better than I deserved. I'm still down in this trade, so not perfect. And let's just take a flyer on this bad boy. There's 200 bucks. Okay, there's 225, 300, 275, 50. All right, we'll take 50 bucks on that trade. I still like that trade a lot. Let's see if we can get back down. All right, so I got out probably a little bit too soon, but we were up 275 on that one. I took basically a break even with the amount of contracts I'm trading with the commissions. But I think I made the right move. Okay, so price is huddling. I might be on our way to going up here. Let's see. So not the best position just yet, but I think we might get another one. So super quick scalp there. Let's see if we get here. All right, price is moving up. Now here's what I'm starting to see. Oh, never mind, price is going to break out. But we have seen price reject this level now a few times. Okay, so we rejected this level over here once. It flew past it and closed below twice, 3, and then this will be 4 potentially. And so I'm not necessarily looking to take a long into that yet. I saw my spot and I exited a little bit too late. So I had a really good trade on there and I mistimed my exit, looking to make a little bit more than 200 or 300 bucks. But this thing rejects this level again. And so now we're just going to sit back and really just wait and see what happens here. Price gets inside of our zone. We could take a long position right here potentially, but I want to wait to see what buyers do because it looks like sellers are pushing this bad boy back down. And so we'll just be patient. Like, comment, 10 people. I mean, that could be 10,000 for all I care. Thank you guys for joining and watching. Super excited to have you guys here. Let me know how your trades have gone so far today. The early part of this session wasn't the greatest. We're starting to pick it up a little bit, starting to hit some more trades. And so that's been great so far for me personally. But how have you guys been doing so far? What's the P&L? What are we trading? How are we trading? What questions do you guys have? I'm here and we're going to continue to live stream this bad boy probably for another hour maybe. So I'll be around if you guys have questions. So hope to see you guys continue to chime in, ask questions, and get the answers you're looking to. Or get the answers you're looking for, rather. So let's keep it rolling. Okay. Are you still offering a free trial for the demo you're using? Yes. 7-day trial. If you guys are looking at the live chat, Brennan Scales has the same last name as me. That's because he is my younger brother. Not to be confused with little brother, as little brother is not accurate, as he is physically taller than me. Somebody rudely pointed that out to me the other day. It's kind of funny, but anyway. So Brennan is my younger brother. Check out his channel, like, subscribe. As we built that channel up as well. Again, my channel isn't huge, so I don't come super streamer or anything, but we're getting there. We are getting there. We are going to have an updated setup here very, 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 very soon because I didn't have a BV on, but 60 point win on NQ. Lucy, that is fire. $400 win is sick. That's great. Awesome trade. I'm curious to know when you took that trade, where it was. Was it a long, was it a short, and what time was it? And how did you find that trade, and how did you know when to enter? Obviously, you say you didn't exit, but what made you exit that trade? So awesome trade, $400 today is nothing to sneeze at. That's great. That is a hefty amount of money for clicking a couple buttons. I'll tell you that. Let's keep it going here. Okay. We're still just waiting. It looks like price has basically decided we don't want to go higher than this, but this candle is kind of telling me we don't want to go lower than this either. We have been Mr. Chop City this whole morning. I mean, just trying to make a few new lows and a few new highs at a time. This thing could open up in the afternoon. It really could, but right now it is not. So still staying patient. ATR has to be about 9.5. That's okay. We're still waiting. But it looks like prices want to go higher than this level right here, this 917 level. So we'll be patient there, but it doesn't look like we're going to go lower than this 890 level. So we'll be patient there as well. So staying patient, sticking with it. Ten people on the live. Hopefully you guys are getting some decent value. Really appreciate you guys sticking around. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll probably chop up a few of these trades here and post them as well as a review, but this entire live stream will be available for review as well. So thank you for joining. Let me know your P&L, kind of what's going on today. What are you seeing? What are you capturing? Are you using the predictive model? Are you using something different? Tell me what it is. Tell me about your trades. Tell me it all, as it's a lot easier to win trades. When you've got people who are watching over your back and supporting you and keeping you accountable, which is what this live stream is for me. So. All right, keep it rolling. We have nothing here. If I had to guess, we're building lower, and we're starting to really get some lower movement here. But I'm not going to take a trade here unless I see, price fly up, which then again, price might be going up. So patient here, patiently waiting. Price will eventually break out of this region, and then we'll take a solid trade. But for now, we are going to wait and see what happens. It was a short. I trade swings using Renko. Okay. All right, the open. Bias was bearish from the open. I wouldn't have lost if I wasn't for the false move up. Hey, well, great trade. Right, the open's great. Great way to start the day. My at the money was 20. Yeah, no doubt. Great trade. Great trade. I personally do not trade the open because it can be so crazy. But if you can get yourself a solid position with a solid entry, I mean, you can make anything happen. So really good trade there. Really good trade. Fantastic. I think we're building lower here. So I'm going to look for a short. Let's wait for it. All right. But price did build off of this. So model, if you would update. Thank you. All right. So yeah, looks like a short would have been an appropriate position to take. Are we going to get down to our take profit here? Let's see. No? Okay. Again, trading inside of the channel is highly dangerous. This is what all the chop is. I'm a framework trader, and what that means in my head at least is I have to know within a certain context where price is, whether it's high, whether it's low, whether it's in the middle of something. And so that's where I like to use the channel right here to basically keep me out of like the shit, right? Keep me out of the BS that comes with trading, because all of this is nonsense until you get something like this. And now I'm interested because I thought we were going to build lower. We are building lower. So let's see if we can get a pullback and then we can get ourselves into this trade. All right. So wait for price to pull back a little bit, like right here probably. And I'm not going to get this trade, which is okay. That's fine. I'm actually moving this up quite a bit. Like right there. I'm not going to get this one. But if this is really a trade, the next candle should build and we should be getting a nice low here. And that should be my position. So let's see, we have another 30 seconds on this candle, and that's an eternity on a 1 minute chart. So let's see what we get. There's price to wick again, which is this level right here. So we're building off of that. And then we have this low here, and we have these lows over here. So we've got a lot of selling into these levels, and then a lot of buying out of these levels. Now, I like the trend. And so if I see price sloping down like it is, we are sloping down. If I see that, then I do want to take a short, but I also want to get a fair price. Okay, I don't want to buy a house at the very top of the market. I want to wait and get the best price possible. Okay, so there's that top wick. Let's see if I can get that, I'd be sick. And okay, I had that trade and I didn't get it. Now I might not get fortunate enough to get it again. All right, so sometimes, and this is going to be something I'm keeping an eye on here. I'm gonna get rid of some of these lines here. Actually, we'll see if price gets it. Yeah, I mean, it could have been $1,000, no problem at all. We'll wait for the next candle. Sometimes price will test the previous wick high and then continue on its trend. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. I just happened to put my limit way too high, and so I messed that one up. So not great by me, but here's the thing. On this next candle right here, I'm not necessarily interested in waiting for price to get all the way back up here again. as that would not be appropriate, and probably one of those trades that would be L, as it would turn into a buy. So let's wait and see if we can get price to pull up on this one. We'll take it on a short. Wait for it. And price needs to pull up first. If it doesn't, then we can't have a trade here. Okay, I need price to get to like right there. I'm being cautious here because that candle is massive. And even though we're in an obvious downtrend, I don't want to, there's no advantage to me getting in right here as opposed to getting in if price gets all the way up here. Now, this thing is going to come down, I think, but I want to buy with some value here. And if this is a real trend, then I should have another opportunity. But I'm being very conservative here because I've seen price make these lows before and bounce. And so the next target is the 873 level, which is down here, right here. This is like the next target. And if we get that, that'd be sick. But here's price bouncing up. Let's see if we can get to our level. So we're in the trade now. Okay, 225, 325, 200, 225. I'll take 175 on that one. Wasn't even thinking price would hit my level. So there's 175 in a few seconds. And I think we're going to build up from here. And we're going to build back up, which here we go. So 175 on that trade isn't bad at all. Super solid trade there. But price did exactly what I thought it would do. And we happen to just be sitting in the right spot. So all good there. Let's see if I can I'm looking at my phone just to see if I have anything pressing. No, all right, cool. Then let's go here, no. All right, so price building up from here. Really good trade there, but it wasn't what I was expecting. And it's been the moral what I want to say. It's been what today's been about. It's basically price back and forth all day. And I didn't capture the most value, but I did get something on that trade. So not upset about it totally. Okay, haven't traded futures at all yet. Okay. Story. Haven't traded futures at all yet. Futures are Chalice, if I'm saying that right. Futures are, I think, maybe the best tool to trade. I think options give you the most leverage overall because you can multiply your money. With futures, you kind of can, you kind of can't. But I think with futures, you get the best chance to make consistent money of all the different ways to trade. So there's Forex, which a lot of people jump from Forex to futures. With Forex, you have a lot of commissions and you have a lot of just shady brokers. With futures, there is a whole like regulatory body that watches over these brokers. And so there isn't going to be a lot of shady things that happen. Now, we're using prop firms, and so that could be something that you have to keep an eye on, but use American prop firms. We shouldn't have any issues as long as you follow the rules. But futures give you, I think, a very consistent chance at making money trading these markets as opposed to just like anything else. But I do think options give you the most leverage as you can literally multiply your money. So anyway, we'll keep on chugging here. Market's barely up again, so we're still just kind of chilling. Seems like price bounces off that center 20 MA. It does bounce off the center line quite a bit. It's not something that I necessarily want to trade all the time, as sometimes it does, and then sometimes, let's get rid of that. Sometimes it doesn't. Like price will test it and then run, and it'll violate this center line pretty much. But this here, like what I was seeing with these three candles before this red, is we see how price is building here. We could have like held and pushed back up to this price center of buying over here. And so I'm not too keen on trading off of that center line, although it can be useful. Let's see if we can get ourselves a nice little sell here. I'm going to be conservative here and wait for price to get, let's wait for it, a little higher. If it gets even with that candle, I'm selling. All right, I'll take a sell right there. I think I like my spot. 75, 225, 250. There we go. 375, 350, 450. We'll take $400 on that. I think it ended up being $500 on that trade. So really good there. Yeah, that ended up being about $500. So here's what I saw on that trade as well. Really good trade is sometimes price, when it pushes up, it likes to touch or get really close to the previous high of that candle. So in this case, we're looking for a sell.
and we have price start to build back up. We're seeing buyers step in, and I could have made way more than that. I made $1,000 or so on that trade, way more than that. We see buyers step in. Now, the natural target for this trade was the top of this wick right here. Now, I was not able to capture that as price didn't get that high. And so what I saw was price jump down, and then I was able to get into this trade. But I'm trying to see the top of the previous candle, that whatever wick that is, whether it's the body or the wick, as my target to get in, and then we flush down. Now, the reason it's a short is because price is trending down. This works as a long as well. So let's say price gets down to here, and then begins to build off of that, build back up, then we'll take a long right there. But this was that was an easy sell for $500 on that trade. I ended up being like $450 to be exact. But really good trade there. So just a nice touch, and we reverse, and we're in good shape. Now I'm inside the channel. Don't always trade inside the channel. I don't always want to be inside the channel trading, but when I see these patterns repeat, I'm going to take these trades. Okay, so kind of the same thing with this candle here. Like we have this top. I'm not sure how much you guys can see, how much you can, but we have this top right here. Let's see if we can get a sell here first. Not yet. We have top right here and here. This candle pushes up. That could have been an easy sell as well, capturing 2.5, 3 points on that trade. So that's super solid as well. All right, so here's what we have here. Price trending down. Okay, price trending down. And we're starting to build back up a little bit, but my candle movement is really small. The ATR is sitting at 9, which is fine. I don't care about that. But there we go. Now we're starting to open this candle up a little bit. We're trying to get some real movement. Zoom in, thank you. And now I'm keeping an eye on this level right here, as that's where price is rejected from. But price just blew past it, so let's see what we get here. Let's see what we get. Okay. See how high price wants to build first before jumping down. I don't think it's going to get as high as I think it will. We're going to put a sell in right there. Let's see. If this is the bottom of this wick, then price is going to build back up here. Buyers stepped in and have basically accepted these 2 points right here. We're buying off of that. Now we're going to do the same thing potentially. I'm going to give it a point or so. Let me see. Where is this compared to that? I'm going to give this thing a point, maybe and a half, and then I'm going to take a short right here. Let's see if we can get price to reverse all the way back up. The same thing just happened. Wait for it. Oh no. Hit my spot. You mother trucker, you better hit my spot. It's a dirty game. All right, so I'm going to cancel this. But let me remove the model really fast and show you, because the same thing happened. I was just a little too greedy. I wanted my spot. Price ran back up and it touched the top, or even with the body of that previous candle. That was the trade, as that thing fell 6 points. Okay, now 6 times 5 is 3. That'd have been a $600 trade right there. So really, really good. I noticed it. I just didn't take any action on it. I wanted the top wick, kind of what we had before, but even then, I didn't get the. So I should have seen that. That was just a bad spot by me. I should have seen that. I should have made $600 on that trade and been sitting in a really good spot. But I said I got a little bit greedy. So sometimes it's the moral of the story. But anyway, looks like we're pushing down to that 868 level, which is not too far from here. It's like right here. Oops, right there. We're getting damn close. So now price is starting to uncork a little bit. Now we're starting to get our spots. Let's see if we can get price to, yeah, well, there we go. That was crazy. Okay, so I don't know what in the world that was. I don't have any news. Let me see. So, no. If price is accelerating, and this is the move that we've been waiting on basically all day. So let's keep it going here. Good trade. Thank you, Truth Wins. Thank you. Do you develop your own system yourself? Do you code? Missed it by a tick. I did. I missed that trade by a tick. I really did. Lucy, yes. I developed this myself. And do I code? Hold on. Barely. I can do the bare minimum of programming coding, like bare minimum. So not the best. I typically either have help or use ChatGPT to build like 70% of it, and then I can go from there and refine it. But all right, so this is where it gets a little bit tricky. We have huge candle movement, right? The ATR jumped up a little bit on us. We have big price action down. Now, until I see price pull back into our sell zone here, and maybe even quite a bit, there's just not a lot of like edge here. Okay, there isn't a whole lot of price movement. I'm going to set myself a sell limit, and I'm going to learn from my lesson here and do it just a tick before the high of that previous candle. And so I'm waiting for price to really pull back here. I don't think, if this is a real trend, I'm not going to get that, which is fine. I am basically waiting on price to open up on the next candle. And then what I'll do is I'll move my sell limit to the previous wick high here or somewhere in that region and do the same thing. So let's see what we get. And then we should be in good shape. So price doesn't make a new low, but it gets close. Moving my sell limit down to about the top of my sell zone right there. See how accurate those can be. And we're going to let price roll back up. And we're going to watch and see. If this is a real trend and price is really flying, then we're not going to get that. But if we do get a little bit of stuttering, then we should get ourselves a really good trade. Now, I'm okay sitting out on some of this, as that's not what I'm looking to capture. I used to trade this way, where basically we'd see a strong trend, I would just jump in, and I would be like 40%. I'd win some, I would lose a lot more, and I just couldn't figure it out. And so I had to get okay. I had to become okay with like these big moves I'm not participating in. That's all right. I'm not ultra worried about it. Is the market red yet for the day? We are on the NASDAQ. The Qs are red. The S&P is still up. So that's something to keep an eye on. But okay, now let's do the same thing here. We're going to just wait for price to get probably a little bit higher than that. But let's see what we get. All right, so we want price to get a little bit higher than our previous candle. And then we're going to take a short. I just don't know if he's going to get there or not. Let's see. I'm going to leave it there. Am I going to miss it by a tick again? I don't like the way it's looking. I'll move it up a little bit. I'm scary. I'm getting soft. Let's see. Okay, I might have been right though. Let's see. Do I get into a sell anyway? This is the value that I'm looking for. I want this price action. Now, let's see if this thing dropped all the way down and I missed it, then I will learn. But I think I'm going to be right, as price is going to get up to my level here. Come on, baby. Do I need to just mark it? Just ape in? Yep, should have. All right, I'm gonna take a sell right there. Not the best spot in the world, but make about 200 bucks on this trade if we can. 175. There's 200. Okay, make 200 bucks on that. Could have made way more, but so I went off of kind of gut here in saying that price should have curled back up to this level, and it did. It just went another point and a quarter, point and a half, maybe 2 points higher than what my entry would have been. I should have been okay with that, because this would have been a very easy trade to capture. Instead of making 200 bucks, it could have made like 800 bucks. So, or maybe more. So solid trade there. I got my spot. I got in pretty good. I just didn't get what I should have gotten. And that's okay. Sometimes you're not going to hit all of them. The market has been quite frothy. This is great. I love this price action. This is what I'm looking for. But I'm looking for edge. I'm only getting into trades that give me some edge, some way of beating out the losers who sold right here. Like somebody sold all the way down here, and they're praying that price rolls back. I don't think it's going to. And so they're burnt, right? And so all I'm doing, or maybe they're going to be right, who knows? All I'm doing is waiting for price to curl back up, and I'm thinking maybe the top of this candle, maybe like somewhere over here. And so maybe what I'll do, no, I'm not going to average in. I don't like doing that. It turns me into a hope and dreamer instead of a real trader. But let's see. So price is 1, 2, 3 in this region here. And so let's see what we do. Again, some poor sucker sold right here. So somebody better bail him out, him or her. We'll see. Being stupid is not gender specific. All right, so that was actually a good trade by them. They finally got even. That's good. That's not a trade I was going to take, but very solid there. Okay, so let me check out some of the comments here. Nobody's commented. Okay, so we still have 10 people watching. Really good. We're 2 hours in. Happy to have you guys. 8 likes. I really appreciate that. Continue to like and subscribe. Part of the channel. Really, really, really appreciate y'all. Let's go another sell at the top of that previous candle, and oh, there he is. Okay, 175 is our touch. We might blow past this. 125, 200, 100 bucks, 200 bucks. Okay. Even. We get up to like 175. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna take 150 on that trade. Another really good trade there. So let's see where we are for the day. Okay, 1350, not bad. So we're sitting in a good spot. Another solid entry there. Again, what I was looking for, and I could have made more, but what I was looking for was basically price to touch the top of the previous candle's high, and then we go short. And so we've seen this pattern like 2 or 3 times. I just haven't been capturing a ton of money on these trades, but it has been very easy to spot. And so let's see if price will do the same thing. My suspicion is we might start to get a little bit of a curl here. Might start to get price to curl back up a little bit. And so do I want to take a short right here? I don't know. I'll be patient and we're going to see, because I might want to take a short over here or over here. But by then we can just be looking at straight up bull action, and that's not going to be great. Now here's our 5 minute over here. I don't pay too much attention when I see price trending like this, but here's kind of what we're looking at. So certainly some buying stepped in over here. I don't know if there's enough for price to push all the way back up. Let me get rid of that line there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Okay. Where's the ATR sitting at right now? At about 12. So when the ATR is at about 12, that's kind of the sweet spot, maybe a little lower, a little higher. That's the sweet spot. Again, I told you guys earlier, we're 2 hours in. I've been running my mouth for 2 hours. I probably won't talk the rest of the day. My wife will be pissed, so I just want to talk the rest of the day. But I told you guys that we would uncork eventually, that we would get some movement. We just had to like dance around with this, and then we would get the move we're looking for. And we did. We got it, and we started trading inside of what we're looking to get here. So we just have to be patient. Like, we're going to see some of these things happen, and you have to be okay sitting out for a candle or two. You can't chase, because like there is a ton of money to be made here. But if you trade poorly, you get smoked out of these trades. Okay, so don't force anything. And this is why I say, paper trade and demo trade in the morning, whenever that is, or just your first few trades, get a feel for what the market's doing. Because by the time I got to this thing, like this was all done. All of this good stuff that Lucy, you said you shorted, or no, it was who said that? Who said they shorted that? Bounce over here at 4 hour support. Lucy, you said that you got into this short over here. Like really good, awesome trade. But like by the time this happened, I wasn't even looking at the market, and I got in when it was all doing this, which is annoying. And so now we're getting a trend, and now we're starting to get some sort of something here. So let's just be patient and see if we get some more. Does price want to roll up to the top of this candle? If it does, guess who's going to be there to catch it and punch it back down? Me. All right, now I'm going to split the difference on that. I'm being a little scary on this one, but here's what I'm seeing is price kind of topped over here, but I have 2 wicks where I'm basically 4 or 5 points ahead. And so I'm going to be cautious on that. If I see price raging up, then I probably will move it up a little higher. But for now, I'm probably safe not getting into this trade, and I'll wait for the next one. Okay. Here is our meltdown. Okay, we're just patiently waiting. That's not a username. All right, so now I'm gonna move this down to like there. I gotta be careful, but I'll move it there. And if I see price get close and then jump back down, I'm gonna jump into that trade. Let's be patient and see what that gets us. Okay, I got a lot of editing to do on this video because we've got some really good trades here. Could have bounced off the 4 hour. We definitely could. I don't have the 4 hour. I don't even look at the 4 hour. So truth wins. You'll have to let me know, what that ends up being. But we're raging down right now, and all I'm looking for is for price to just reverse up, hit a top wick or candle or body, and then come back down. That's all I'm looking for. And so we're going to be patient here and see if we can get something like that. So here's this candle. Now, I don't like, I think we could get up to here and then push back down. I'm going to be really patient though and see what we get here. So let's just move this down right here. If we get that, I'm okay. I'm feeling safe-ish, but it looks like we didn't even get close. So price did get to our sell zone, but not far enough for me to get into this trade. And so this isn't going to be a trade that I get. Let's see if we can continue this trend though and find another spot for us to get into, and we'll take that trade. Just be patient here and see what we get. Okay, price is getting close, getting close, getting close. Okay, we're above the body, but we're not getting to the top wick, so that's okay. I'm good there. I might even keep this position like right here, this sell right here. Let's see. Okay, price isn't giving us anything that I can get into. Again, I'm looking for edge. I've said this like 15 times now. I got 10 of you guys watching. Really appreciate that. Thank you for watching. We've been on live for 2 hours and 15 minutes now. I'm pretty sick. I only want to enter when I see price give me something that gives me an edge over other traders. Somebody has sold, like, don't get it confused. Somebody sold like right here, okay? They sold over here and they sold over here too. And they're hoping and wishing and praying for price to continue to go down so they don't blow up their account, okay? We don't want to be those traders. We just don't. Now, we're going to see how high price wants to go here, but I need it to go up to 27. I need it to move 6 more points up. If it does that, it probably extends a little bit too far, and I'm sure get yanked back down into profit. I just put that money straight in my pocket. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I'm seeing some building there. That's great. I'm going to go right there as far for my sell. I might be a little bit too aggressive or too conservative or too aggressive. Yeah, I think I'm going to be a little too aggressive here. This price flying up, flying up, flying up. Pull back a little bit. I'm down 200. I'm okay chilling if we're down a little bit more than that. Either 700, 650. Let's see. Let's see if this is going to turn into what I think it's going to turn into. Okay, -3, -2. You can get to even here or no? Let's see. Okay, waiting, waiting, waiting. Okay, so we're out of that one, -700. I like this trade over here, though. I'm going to wait for it to get up to here, and we're going to sell. I like this spot right here. I'm selling right there. Again, it might be a little early on this one, but I'm looking to make, there we go, 225, 300. Okay, there's 375 on that one. It's pretty quick. So I kind of cut my loss in half on that previous one. So -700 plus 375. So we cut it in half a little bit. The trade that I liked didn't occur the way I wanted it to. So, but I got the trade I wanted. It just didn't happen the way I wanted to. Here's what we got. We had price pull up or push down. Now this candle, again, my entry was like right here, so it wasn't great. What I was looking for, and this is fantastic right here, is, and I have to be better about seeing this, the candle that price was looking to kind of take to was this one right here. So my sell limit, although at one point it was right here, should have been and stayed right there, because price would have touched it at some point somewhere and then immediately run down, and we would have made a ton of money. We wouldn't have lost that trade. We would have just won the next one. And so I got to be better about seeing that. So we had this candle respond not to these three, but to this one right here, and kind of this one, but mainly this one. That should have been an easy one for me to see and spot. If I had to guess, we're probably going to buy right here, and then price is going to move up. I'm not trading that, but if I had to guess, it's what I'm going to see here. And so we'll wait and see. But not a bad trade. My entry was just too soon. The idea was right. I just had the wrong candle. Let's see. So price touches here. Is it going to reverse up out of here or no? Let's see. If it doesn't, then we have a continuation of this trend, which I'm not mad about. Let's see. anything here. So bad then good. Bad then good. That's okay. 11 people watching. It could be 11 million for all I care. Thank you guys for checking in, tuning in, and watching. We've been on live now for 2 hours and just under 20 minutes. So happy to have all you guys here. If you have questions or comments, let me know where you're watching from. How's your day gone so far? What's your P&L for the day? What's mine? Hold on. We're sitting here at 1,000. We're at $1,000, almost even. So could be better, could be worse. Let's see what we got here. We could find ourselves another $1,000 trade. That'd be sick. Let's see what we got. So it's been good. Now on our 5 minute, we're still building down. So we have here, and then we're down here, and then we're down. And so we're looking pretty good. I'm wondering if I can get like a sell right here. That'd be sick. And then take that and roll that down. Let's see. Can I get price to touch up here? That was the trade, and if that would have hit my spot, would have been perfectly accurate. But we didn't. So let's be patient and wait to see what happens next. Okay. Now, because this is going to be a pretty small candle, I'm going to continue. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to continue to hold my spot here. Model is saying long. I don't like a long position right here. So model, you're going to have to watch out for a second. Okay, now we're going to learn our lesson from this candle here and this candle here. We're going to wait for this one to close, and the model's going to tell us to go long, or it's going to reverse all the way up green, and the model was right, and I was wrong. But let's see. And then we're going to take a short, or we're going to have our short, our sell limit set up at the top of this candle or somewhere in here. But the way this is looking is not great for price at all. Okay, model's flipping back and forth. That lets me know this thing is super choppy. It's calculating back and forth. I don't love when it does this, but it's also just a perfect reminder that it's choppy. Don't trade this. And so let's be patient. Let's continue to wait and see what happens. Okay. All right. Top of that candle is kind of the target there. I'm going a little higher. Let's see. Was I too conservative again, or was I just right? Let's wait. Come on, price, build. Okay, so price did exactly what I thought I was going to do. Oh, nope, but not yet. Okay, so there's my entry, and I'm down 175, 200 bucks probably right now. Even 125, 75, 200, 75, negative 75, 25. All right, so we're just kind of waiting around 75. Let's see, 125, 250, 200. All right, 120, 175 on that one. Not a great trade, but not bad either. Price did exactly what I thought I was going to do. I got my spot and I had to get out. So not a bad trade at all. It wasn't fantastic, but the accuracy was there. Price came up, it hit kind of the level of the previous wicks I had seen, and then it ran away. So that's good. Now, I kind of think I'm not going to take this trade, but I kind of think if price gets down to this 816 level, I would buy that and let price roll back up. But we're going to see. I don't, we'll see. I don't necessarily want to go long on a downtrend, an obvious downtrend, as we are in right now. But I do kind of like it, though. Let me see. I do kind of like it. Any your comments? Nope. Okay, 10 people watching. Again, fantastic. It could be 10 million for all I care. I think 11 is our new record. So super excited to have all you guys here. I'm not sure what you guys are up to in the day, whether you're working, you're trading, you're doing a little bit of both, taking care of your family, whatever it is. Happy to have you here. Excited to have you here, and hopefully you're learning something, or just laughing at me as I trade through the day here. We're sitting up. We're still profitable, really profitable in the day, so that's good. But now we are just waiting for price to give us something new. So price has basically said we're kind of done with this downtrend stuff. We might stack and just kind of like do nothing for a while, but we're definitely not going lower. We would need to see price drop about 30 points for us to get back to our downtrend here. Anything between what we are right now and down here is just consolidation of price. Now on the 5 minute, I don't have the stones to do this, but like here's how this would look. A sell limit. I'm gonna put it on there, but I'm not gonna actually trade. A sell limit like right here. So price would reverse all the way up here, and then we would go short on that. I'm looking for, one of these wicks here. Now it looks like this spot right here, that previous wick at that 838 level, is the one that it's going to is responding to. But if we get price to push up like this, you know what? I might take that trade. I might just put my money where my mouth is and take that trade. Let's just see if I can catch it, or if this 838 level is the real level that I should have been looking for. All right, so there's the 838. Okay, and price is reacting to that pretty strong. That's good. Now I'm looking at this 5 minute and seeing this 845. And so if price pushes up to here, I'm shorting. Now, I don't like to teach this. This isn't exactly how I prefer to trade. I want to be with the trend. But what I'm seeing is price responded strongly to this level right here. We had a bunch of strong selling at that level. And we're going to see if price can get up to that level again and hit it for me. Let's see. Okay, so we're in the trade now, 150, $50. I'm going against the trend here, so it could get ugly pretty quick. Let's see, 125 even. Let's see, down 100, down 75, 50. Let's just wait and see what happens. Down 200. I'm gonna be patient, but I kind of like my spot. I'm probably, again, about a point or a few too early. 175, 250, 300. We'll take 300 on that trade. Really good trade there. Let's see what we got. We ended up with 400 bucks on that trade. Really good trade there. So super solid, 1,400 bucks on the day so far. And all I'm looking for is for price basically to get to this level. Now, I could have made a little more money had I let price pull up to right around here. But what I saw on this candle here, or on the 5 minute, but rules apply all the same. The predictive model would have told you to do the same thing I told you to do. It was just probably it was 2 points, 2 points for me, too short, but on a 5 minute chart, that's unbelievable. So really, really, really good spot there. But all I'm looking for, guys, was this candle here. I was looking to get the top of that and go short. I wanted to see price touch that thing and go lower. Now we are building here, so consistently shorting this doesn't make a ton of sense. We could get our asses whacked, but that's what I was looking for. Super duper trade right there. As far as philosophy goes. Now, could this be this level right here, this 852 level, be the same thing? Maybe. Let me see. I'm gonna put one there. I don't know if I believe in it the way I believe in that previous one. Where is that level? 52.50. All right, so there's that. So now you guys can kind of see I'm like taking a short basically at the channel. Once price gets below the channel, I'm taking a short here. Now, I don't know if I really like this trade. I'm not necessarily like dying to take it, but if price like clears up this fast, I don't know that I'm gonna have a hard time getting filled here. Let's just see what price does. All right, so there's my explosion up, push back down, and looks like I was 3 points too soon. Let's see what price wants to do here. I got to give myself more credit because I should have been in this one. All right, well, we'll wait. Take that off the trade. Take that off the chart. Now, I missed this trade by 3 points, which is a lot. 3 points by an entry is a lot. Like you could blow up an account on 3 points wrong. But my sentiment was, it's basically perfect. Price pushes a little higher than the previous wick, and then it punched back down. This should have been 800 bucks. So super solid trade that would have been. Didn't take it, but would have been. Hopefully you guys are starting to see this the way I'm seeing this. Like 12 people joining. Could be 12 million for all I care. Welcome, y'all. I'm going to code this in. Brendan Scales is my little brother in the comments. Go to his page, like and subscribe. We're going to get his content looking a little bit better. My shit isn't great either. As you get to see, my camera isn't the best, but we're getting there. Anyway, so that philosophy was exactly what I wanted to see here, and we got it. So previous wick high, we took that short and we nailed it. We then had the chance to do it again on the 5 minute chart and we missed it. Now, for context, I missed out on a 25-point move from the peak of this thing. Okay, and if I just do the math based on the contracts that I'm trading, not that I would even hold this long, but 5 times, I'm sorry, yeah, 5 times 25 times 20 is a $2,500 trade. Okay, so I missed out on $2,000 by not getting this trade properly. Now, that's fine because I do know what's coming next, which is damn near the same thing. And so let's see if we can get a short right above that previous wick. If we can get that, I will be a happy camper. If we don't get it, I'll be also happy because we'll now again have a continued downtrend to which we can also scalp off of as well. All right, so let's see what we have, and we will wait, watch, take action when it comes. Okay. Okay, so price isn't going to give me that. Access user. All right. Okay, cool. Okay. We're close, ladies and gents, we are close. Now, what I will say is a very aggressive action is a candle with no wick on a direction. Typically, it's on the opposite direction of the candle moving. So, for example, like this is very strong selling because this candle opens and there was basically virtually no buying that occurred. Sellers just jumped in and pushed price way down. Now this candle does get somewhere in here. It gets pretty close, about 2-3 points off, 4 point, which is a lot. 4 points is a lot. So I'm I should be up here. I'm very conservative on this trade, but trading the top of this candle would not have been appropriate. But trading somewhere in the between these two probably is. And so we're going to see if we get that. If we don't, we don't. But if we do, then we should be sitting in a pretty good spot. Now, what I'm a bit nervous of is price we built up here. We had price pull up, and we're going to see if we can get this trade here. We had price pull up here, dunce, and then run back down. Now, this is a concern of mine. If we get this where price is flying, I could see price getting up to here. And we might find out if I'm right. Or there we go, I'm in the trade. I was wondering where that went. Okay, so let's see. Again, like I said, price could get up to here. And if that's the case, I'll just be wrong and lose some money here. But we could get that. It's 50, 25, 50. Okay, we're still 25, 100. Okay, 125, 100, $1.50. Now we're down 125. Okay, so I'm in a kind of a sticky spot here. I'm gonna take a break even if I can. I think there was 250 actually. Wasn't the best trade in the world. Let me see it one more time. Oh, all right, hold on. $200. I'll take that all day. Fire ass trade. I was a little early, but not by much on this trade here, and it looks like I could have taken a long right here as well. The model fucking nailing this thing again. It's flipping back and forth, so it's telling me I shouldn't be trading because it's very choppy. But look where this thing bounces right here, and then we get a nice long position, which would mean another $200 there. That'd have been really nice to trade. I just didn't trade it, but super solid trade there. Yes, sir, Brendan. We're gonna get that shit right. Sometimes you just have to learn in real time, which is why I like doing these lives. You just have to learn in real time. There's no other way to really do this. And so I'm happy you guys are tuning in and joining. Again, 10 of you guys watching. I know like other channels have huge followings and there are a lot of traders out there who have a lot of people who tune in and their stuff, but 10 of you guys watching feels like 10,000 to me. So I really appreciate it. Hopefully you're learning something and you're seeing the market the way I see it. And if you're seeing it differently than I'm seeing it, I hope that you're making money with the way that you see it. Because we are making money over here the way I see it here. So we're up $1,600 on the day, which is still really good. Let's take a look at kind of where we sit. And we're almost to noon. I could probably do this all fucking day. And so let's just see what price wants to do. And we'll continue on. Okay. All
truth wins, 100, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. So happy to have you guys here. 9 people watching, 9 likes, couldn't be better. I'm glad it's funny, but because your boy is an addict, I'm telling you, I'm as much of a junkie for this shit as you guys are. So now we're dancing in here. This is not something I want to. Okay, so when you have price small like it is right now, and by small I just mean the candles are little in size. The wick that we're trying to go after, we have to go back to the largest wick possible. So like this one right here, let's go long right there. Wait for it. I'm gonna go long right there. Probably a bad trade because I'm going against the trend, but we have to go with the longest wick that we've seen as our rejection zone. So I'm down 250. Let's just see if I can get back into profit here. Down 350. Okay, down 400 on that one. So not the best trade. We're actually going against the trend. So I got a bit aggressive there. I might even still be right. I might have just missed it. Maybe this was the wick I needed to look for. But when we have price small like this, we have to go and find the biggest wick. So I'm probably still looking for up here to go short. I'm probably still looking down here to go long. But we're going to wait. It looks like we're going to get price to really push down here again, potentially. And if we do, we will take that short. I just don't know. I'm going to see where price goes first. This might be all we get, and I'm not willing to bet or to be early by 1 point in order to catch this trade. Although maybe I should have done. Let's see. Okay, so there's our short. I definitely had a position to take there. I didn't take it. Okay. Oh, price is flying down. It's good. Okay, this is, again, why I don't like taking trades against the trend. I shouldn't have taken that long right there, but I wanted to be aggressive. It almost worked out, except for the fact that I would have been down 30 points. So, is what it is. Let's keep going here. So we have price sitting right here. And again, we're just going to continue to trade through. Thank you for the likes. We're at 10 likes now. That's the most I've ever had. 8 people watching. Great. We're going to continue to trade through. It doesn't matter if you take a loss. Like, as long as you have a good reason for it, who cares? Now, I don't know that I like anything I'm seeing so far, but let's see if we can get like a trade up here. So price reverses up there at that 817 level. And then I'm going to go a little higher than that, 819. I don't think I'm going to get this trade at all, but if price wants to give it to me, then I would gladly take it. All right, so we have price screaming down again. ATR is sitting above 12. We're at 13, which is fantastic. I'm not going to get this trade here. I'm just not going to. But hopefully, I get like the next one. Like that'd be cool. Okay. Looks like we're getting near, but not all the way there, which is fine. All right, so price doesn't want to go lower than this. No problem. At least not yet. Soon. We'll see. This could be a potential buy right here. Like take that thing, buy, boom. All right, now I'm conflicted because I want to put my entry up here. I really want the top of this candle, but I just don't have it in me to take that trade because of how aggressive price is being. So now this trade here, it's very obvious price is coming down. I don't have an edge here. I don't want to be that guy that entered right there and price reversed on you. I don't want to be him or her at all. Now they could be right and just a little early, and that's fine. I just don't think there's a lot of edge there. I don't think that there's a strong reason as to why you'd want to enter down there as opposed to somewhere up here. And so that's why I'm waiting here. But we have a great little trend building. And so we want to look at this move. Like we've caught some really good moves in this whole thing. We want to continue to do that, but we need to be responsible because we don't need, you don't just want to sell over here and then walk away and hope it works out. We have to find some edge. I'm going to move my entry to right in here. All right. So you can see where it's in this candle. I don't know if I'm going to get it. It's just the way price is moving. I don't think I'm going to get this, which is okay. But if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I think I'm going to need that right there. Don't do me like that. Now I'm 5 points away, so I wasn't close. Not yet, at least. Oh, there we go. But price reacted to this level right here, that 792 level. So it reacted to that. I set mine at 797, which was correct.
Was I correct? Now, if we build up to this thing, I'm still gonna enter this trade if it gets higher than where I'm at. But it looks like it responded to these two wicks right here. Let's see, price could do some crazy things. All right. Hey, I'm in the trade now. I'm up 175, 50, 75. All right, $100. Let's see what we got here. I'm down. And being down about $200 on this one. You got 3, 4. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if I can hold on to this thing and get some profit, or if that's going to get me out of this one. Let's see, 250, 450. We're bouncing. 300, 200, 100. Okay. That was my opportunity to get out with, let's see, my face, but I'm not. Okay, yeah, 850. That's not good. All right, so we didn't get anything here we wanted to on that one. So lesson learned again on this one, very easy, is we have one candle and we can't let the rule for one candle turn into the rule for the second candle. Even though I was up or I got the chance to break even, that wasn't it. So like this candle, I have to set basically a new entry target for this one, which could have been this 807 level, which I'd still be wrong, but I would have had a better chance at having success. But now if I want to go short, I need price to get to that 817 level before taking another trade there. So not the best trade right there, as I got a little bit, I was conservative and then I got really aggressive. So I should have canceled my order and reset and let price, or picked a new entry spot for my trade. Now it looks like price is reversing right here, so we might not have anything, but like this 817 level could be a good spot, as it looks like a decent spot right there. So maybe I'll go short right there. Was it 819, 817? Yeah. So maybe I'll go short right there, and we'll just see if price gets that high or not, and we'll just be patient with it. Now the model says long, and I do agree with that, but I do think I can pull off like 10 points or so if we're able to get this level. Maybe a little less than that, but we'll see. We'll just be patient. Okay. So I'm gonna continue with the same level. Continue with it. This is the previous high for that candle. There, we should be in this trade now. Okay, we're down 100. Might get blown on this one too. I don't think so, but we'll see. All right, so there's price pushing up past it, even. It's even, it's leaving. Okay, 450, 375. Okay, minus 750 on that one too, or $500. All right, so price is bullish now. Now we're looking for longs here. We shouldn't be fucking around with shorts. Learn my lesson there. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's see what we got. So -2 on that one. Not great, but it is okay. Is okay. All right. Where's our ATR sitting at? Ooh, we're up there. We are up there. 15. Yeah, we are moving. What's the market up to? Are we even, or what are we doing? Break even? Okay. All right, so there's our new kind of high. Now I'm not looking for shorts here still. I'm looking for longs. And let's see what we can get, if we can get price to really reverse down here. I don't know where I want to put this entry. I kind of see like this region right here, this 820 level. It's been a very important level. But I'm just going to be patient and wait. It looks like we rejected this 849 level. And so I'm going to just wait and see what happens here. I'm not necessarily going to be eager and ultra aggressive to try and get that. So we're going to sit back and chill for a second until we find the next one. Because I should have been with the model and gone long, but I wanted a too deep of a reversal. And so that cost me that trade. Okay. 5 minute is still sloping down, but we are building up. So you can see our 5 here. We're still sloping, but price is coming up here a little bit. Now, again, it is possible that we get to this 849 level and jump back down. That is possible. Like that is within the realm of possibilities. But I don't like it. I don't like it. So we're going to just wait and look for longs here and be patient, because we will get our next trade. We just got to wait for it to come back around. Okay. Had a couple traders do really well today, saying crushing. Oh, yeah. Good job. Had a trader do 1450 today. That's fantastic. Let's see, let's keep going here. Awesome work. Let's see, we had another trader do, I think 4 something. Hold on. Gosh, where's the count? Yeah, we had some really good trading happen over here as well. Take that. All right, let's see if we can get ourselves a pullback. I just don't know where I want to pull back to. Maybe somewhere down here, take a buy. We'll see, but it looks like we're strongly pushing up. I don't know that we're going to get too much of a reversal down in here. If we do, that'd be cool. I don't know if we're going to get that. So let's see. Let us see. How we doing? How we doing? We got 9 people watching. We're almost live for 3 hours. I'll tell you what, me not paying for 3 hours is almost a world record. I'm like the worst person to go on a road trip with because, buddy, we're going to pull over. Let me tell you right now. We're sitting here good. Okay. Now, I like my position here. I like that price is curling back down. Let's see if it rejects that 849 level is a monster. We should blow through it here, but if we don't, then we know what we're looking at. And if we don't, what that also means is I could be looking for another short. We should blow through it, and we do. Good. We're at 850, but not by much. Well, we are building something here. Now, common sense says for me to put an 842 buy limit right here. I just don't know if I believe in it like that. Because I kind of think that if we hold above this, and if we get down to here, that's a bad trade. Like that would, I think price is going to be coming down. So let me close that out and let's just see what the price wants to do. I'm looking at this short position or the short trend here, this entire thing, and trying to take a long when I know a short is a more appropriate trade, but not when we're scalping. When we're scalping, we can do just about anything at any time. So let's see if we can get like a long right in here, like down here. Buying right there. I'm probably a little bit too soon, but there's 150, 125, 75, 375, 250. $100 on that one. Not mad about it, not upset about it. I'm gonna buy again right there. This one I'm gonna get burned on, I think. Nope. There's 75, 25, 150, 300, 425, 450, 500, 575. Let's say 325 on that one. Okay. Price got to my zone or my level here, and so price got, we just made like a couple $100 there, $500 there. I don't remember exactly. Good trade there, good trading rather. But price got to this level here a couple times, and then it rolled back. And so I took 2 shorts there. So super solid trading there. But I do think we're in the spot now where it's time to go short, and we're going to go sell up there. And I'm going to continue to short this bad boy straight to the ground if it gives me what I'm looking for. All right. So, and seeing what the 5-minute is doing, I think I can be quite patient here and say that I like this level here, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to be 3 points wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be more wrong than that. I probably don't get this entry, but if I do, I think it's going to be a pretty solid trade. All right, so, oh, no way. Hit it for me. Okay, in the trade. All right, cool. Oh, wow. Price just explodes out of that. Master 75. So I just gave back most of that previous win. Fuck. All right. So I like that trade. I didn't get it when I wanted to. And the reason I didn't get it is because it wasn't the trade I was looking for. So price touches down here on the 5 in response. I should have seen that a little bit clearer. Okay. I see that now. 883. The model is rarely wrong. And so anytime I'm in a trade opposite of it, I just like, I know better. I know better. I built the fucking thing, it works, and then I decide to ignore it. It's just human nature, I guess. Who fucking knows? All right, so 10 of you guys watching, appreciate y'all. Some of you guys have seen me get my ass smoked a couple of these previous trades, but we're gonna continue on because who gives a fuck? We're gonna keep going. All right, so I'm seeing if I get price down to here, I'm probably gonna take that buy right there. I think price is gonna maybe pull back a little bit for me, hit that level, and then if it does, I think I'm gonna get it. But if it does, I'm gonna get a good long here. Let's see what we got here. I'm asking price to pull back 8 points on a single candle, which is possible as the ATR is higher than that. But let's see. I don't know if it's going to pull back that far, which is okay. If it doesn't, then I'll just continue to move this thing back up as we go, and we should be okay. Now, let's see. It looks like I'm going to be sitting, I'm going to go split that in the middle right there. Okay, so I'm looking at 851 as my buy limit here, and let's see if price gives me this or not. Come on, baby. No, I don't think it's going to. It might though. I'm gonna hold this one. I'm gonna hold this level because I think it's the right spot. So let's see. Price is gonna push up a little bit. It should push back down, and let's see if we can get our level hit here. Previous wick is right there, so that's fair. I just think there's more to give than that. Could I be wrong? Okay. Could I be wrong? Yep. I was wrong. Okay, so price, nope, not yet. Not yet. Hold on here. All right, I'm still waiting. I still like my position here. Okay. If we miss it by, last time I missed it by a tick, I got my ass beat, so I'm not going to be, yeah, here we go again with this shit. All right, so 175, we're down 300 bucks, 325, 350. Let's see. Okay, 125, 100. Wow, there we go. You better push your ass back up. There we go. 150, 175. I'll take 125 on that. Not excited about that trade, but I'm not pissed about it either. It's probably going to keep going a little bit higher, but not bad. It looks like we're maybe building back down a little bit. And so maybe it's time for me to start looking for some shorts, but we're going to wait till the next candle as that's the most responsible thing to do. And we'll go from there. Messages, okay. Who is chit-chatting me here? All right. How we feeling so far? How we seeing? How we doing? I think I like this long, and boom, price hits that same level it did before, and it runs. So not pissed about it. Now I'm gonna take the model off for just a second. This is what we want to see right here. We either clear that or we clear this. But either way, we are going to do something. So let's wait to see what price does, and then what we'll do is we'll respond to that. With an entry, which I kind of think this would be the right entry. That level is 860, but maybe not. Let's see. We shall wait and we shall see. Okay. Waiting. Do something on the side here. Okay, so we have price doing nothing basically. But we're going up though. We just don't have price giving us anything strong. Okay. So now I'm looking for a buy, and I think I want my buy to be down here. I'm not going to get this, but if I do, I'll be excited about that. I'll be happy as shit. I don't think we're going to get it though. Let me do something here. Let's see what we got. Now again, for a lot of you guys watching, I'm going to update my, we'll have 4K streaming here shortly, have a better camera here too. All of that is delivering tomorrow. And so hopefully we'll have some better quality Wednesday if we get to trading. All right, now let's see what we got here. I'm looking for like this to be my buy right there. Let's see. So which is somewhere in here. So I kind of like that spot actually a lot, but I'm looking for a buy and I'm not getting it. A market is back to up, which is good. Okay. And we are flying back to that 880 level, which was significant way back over here. So I'm not going to keep it on there. I don't really care about it now, but it was significant. Market still, choppiness index is still showing choppy, but I like my position here. Or I'm looking to get my position here. And I think if we get that, I think this is going to be the wick that I want to get in on. And maybe not. Maybe I want to split the difference and go like there. But I'm going to need a pretty dramatic pullback here because I think this is going to be a nice little long-term we're building. And I want to get good. I want to get in good. But I guess I'll go right there. Okay. I'm going to chicken out of that one and go right there. So again, what I don't need on this trade is for price to make a new high. I just want price to come back down to my level here and we'll get into a long. Choppiness is blue. I don't know what I was looking at a second ago, which is good. So let's just wait and see what happens. And we will be on our freaking way. All right, good. How are you guys doing so far? Had a few traders today do pretty well. Really good actually. So happy as can be to see some of that. How's everybody doing with their trades? What's new? What's our profit and loss? Where are you watching from? What are you doing right now? I'm not going to tell your boss if you're watching while working. I won't do that. Let's see though. Grinding, absolutely. And I'm not getting a comfortable fill or a spot here anywhere. That is the best I've seen so far, but let's see that's the best entry I've gotten. Oh yeah, there we go. I like that. I'm early as hell, but I like that spot. So we should be close to even here. Let's see if we can get back to profit. 75, break even, now we're down. Let's see, 25, even, 75, 100. Okay. Could be a little early on this one. Let's see. I'm holding here, just be patient. That was crazy. That was a crazy job. It was minus 400 to 75. That's crazy. Probably should be out of this one. But buyer stepped in right here, which is good. Which means my entry should have been down there as well. This is an unbelievable trade. 200 bucks on that one. That's unbelievable. I don't even like that trade at all. My entry was early, and to think about it, my spot that I entered in on, like I moved it and it was freaking perfect. I moved it from this spot and I decided against it, and I got burnt a little by it. I was down 400 or 500 bucks, 400 bucks on that one. Ended up making 200 bucks on that one. So a good profitable. But like if we're refining entries, it wasn't the one. Now I'm looking for shorts here. So if we get price to pull up to like right there, give me a sell. I mean, just give it to me the way I want it right there, right? At 869.75, I want to sell. I don't think I'm going to get it at hence this. But now remember, if I'm going to short against the, a candle, I'm going to do it against the biggest one because that one is the one that I think price is going to respond to the best, not this wick right here, but up here. And so let's see what we get. So the model still says short, and I'm basically going to put myself at the very, very, very top of the sell zone. So get your ass there. There we go. Okay, 10 bucks on that one. Why am I in one contract? Oh, what the hell? 2 contracts? I only got 2 contracts filled? All right, here. I'm going to go ahead and sell 3 right there. Now I'm in 8 contracts. How the fuck? Okay. That's fine. That's an odd number to be in, 8. I think I'm right though. Okay, 395 on that one. Why the hell was I in 8 contracts? I just can't believe I didn't get that fill. All right, so model and I were both wrong on that one. That's okay though. We're still looking for a long here, and let's just see what happens. What the hell was that? That's just craziness. Can't believe what I just saw there. All right. What the hell? What a bizarre way to get filled is by a few of those at a time. That just doesn't happen very often. So, okay, market's very choppy, obviously. Not the best trade in the world. That one stunk, actually, but that's okay. Continuing on. Watch while I'm working. I got my ass smoked. I'm working right now, and I watched, and I got smoked. All right, so I'm looking for a long here. I gotta stop shorting the trend here. I gotta stop doing that. All right, I'm gonna go long right there. If I get 870.25, which is kind of the top of that previous red candle and the midway of this one as well. I do like my position, but let's see if we can get. We're building on the 5 minute, which is good. And so now I just want to see if I can get myself like that. Was that previous wick right there? Was that? That's 8. I don't know. I'm not that aggressive, but that's 8. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're in the trade now, and we were just down. We're up, now we're down. 125, down 150, down 200, down 50, 75. We got all 5 filled this time. That's good. That's positive news. Are we going to get even though, or no? I don't think we are going to get even on this one. Okay. Still a little early. Still, where my entry should have been. I like my spot there. It's 50. There's 175, 250. I'll take 175, 125 on that one. I'll take that. That's fine. Let's see. Maybe here on. I'm gonna split the middle and go long right there. So long right in between that bottom wick and this top wick right here. But watch my trade for me. I'm gonna run in the bathroom really fast, and then we'll continue to catch some trades. So watch that bad boy for me. I'll be right back. Let's see. All right, we almost got a fill, it looks like. Okay. Almost, a couple points out. Not mad about that. All right, we're 3 hours in. Let's just see what else comes up here. Where's the ATR sitting at? We're still at 8, which is pretty good. Nothing to be mad about there. Okay, I'm gonna go buy limit right there. So just below the previous wick. We'll put it just below the previous wick, or maybe just a little higher than that. Put it there. Same thing on the 5 minute. So let's see if we can get price to build a little lower, and then we'll be able to get into this trade and take some decent profit here, ideally. How are we looking? Nope. Ooh, 2 points away, point away. 1 point away. See if we can get it though. Nope. Come on. Damn. All right. So that is a good spot though. So I'm keeping note of that. That 872, 873 level is kind of where I want to be. And so let's see if we get that. And then, maybe what I'll do, let's just see. Looks like price is trying to make a new high, but it's not having much success. But it's trying though, which is good. So we'll see there. Pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. No, we're not going to get that entry, are we? We might though. So price is pushing up here, and we've rejected this level a couple times. And okay, we did it again. Now I'm not looking to sell that, not yet. But I do think I want price to, let's give me what I'm looking for here. Let's see. I do want that. Am I going to get this? Okay. I'll get rid of that. ATR is at just under 9, so not the best, but still movement. Let's see. I don't know how much I have here. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm keeping my same spot, and basically what I'm thinking about is whatever level price basically hasn't retouched or retested rather is what I'm looking for. Now, some of this could be like if I get price to come down to kind of this level right here, like the 880 level, that'd be solid as well. I just think that's a little bit too aggressive for the way that this thing is moving, where we're still getting 9-point moves. So choppiness turns blue, good. But I don't know if I'm going to get an entry here. Let's see. Again, we don't want to chase the market. We want it to come to us. But sometimes it runs away from you. So gotta be patient. And if price were to reverse from here, that would just be absolutely nuts. So now VWAP is still for futures way up here. Okay, it's way up there. We've got, like 50 points of movement we still need to hit before we get to that. And so, we got to be patient. Let's see kind of what we see here. And I'm looking for what I'm basically looking for is one of these red candles right here to like come down and just smack my entry. And then I want to ride this thing back up. But it doesn't mean I'm going to get that yet. Let's see. I'm going to move my entry up a bit to about right there. So I'm moving up about 6 points or so, 7 points. And all I want to see is price give me a little bit of a chance. So just below my buy zone here, but below this level and down to here. Again, we're going to be conservative, but if we're going to lose a trade, I'm going to lose it being ultra conservative rather than being hyper aggressive. And I might have a chance here. Now, it's also possible that I could go into like one contract here and then one contract here, but that would just be hoping that price is going to continue this. Holy cow. All right, so we're at $400, $500. So there's 350. That happened unbelievably fast. Holy cow. And good thing we had our limit order set there. So that was, damn. All right, so we had, and I said I wanted to see one of these big red candles. I said what I wanted to see, and then I got exactly what I thought I was going to get. And man, oh man, was that crazy. All right, so price just flew down and then immediately yanked back up. We made $500 on that trade, or 375, or what ended up being. Super fast. It almost had nothing to do with me. Like we ended up making like $500 on that trade. That's a really damn good trade. So that was staggering how fast it happened. But that's how price works. When you have these choppy ass like ups and downs here, these one candles will come in and just destroy everything. And that's okay. Like that happens. And we should be prepared for it. And so what I'm thinking about is probably nothing. maybe selling. The model says short. The model tends to be right, but it looks like maybe buying at this level right here, 876, 875 is appropriate. But I mean, it could be that price is just curling down. Yeah. So now let's see. Put in a buy right there. What happens? I'm negative. Okay, so that means I'm looking for probably a sell right here. And man, I don't know if I want to short into this nice little trend we just built. But damn. All right, so what did price reject off of? Whoops. No Fibonacci. We don't believe in that shit. So nothing really. Just kind of decided it wasn't. All right. Well, that happened quick as hell. All right. Okay. Wonder if anybody saw that. We got 11 people watching. Man, we are almost at a record amount. We're at 3 hours and 10 minutes of live trading here. Fantastic. Happy to have you guys here and happy to have you guys watching and chiming in. Let me know where you're watching from, what you're up to, how's your day going. Catching any good trades, catching any bad trades. I don't know, I caught a few of both. So just made a nice little grip on this one right here, on that candle right there where price pulled back. We were able to jump in because we had a limit order set. So I'm going to let price, let's see, get up to over around here, and then we'll take a short. So I'm thinking, I think this would be too aggressive, but I'm going to start there and see what happens. So I'm going to start with price. If it reverses back up right above the channel, I'm going to get into a short. I think that's too conservative, but I don't know. So we're going to wait and see. I think that this I think right here, 879, 75 is an appropriate level. But if this kind of keeps pushing, then we just have to keep moving this thing down. We use a limit order to get into this trade, and the reason that we like limit orders is they tend to get us filled. We had one snafu a little bit earlier today, where not everything got filled because our entry was so precise that only a couple of contracts got filled, so not great. But we basically got saved on this trade right here, where price pushed down and then jumped back up. We basically made a bunch of money without having to do anything because we had our limit order set properly. So really good there. I'm going to split the difference here and go like right there. So I'm going to go midway on the sell zone. Okay, let's let price run up. Oh, you stinking thing. We have a lot of volume here. Okay. So my next entry is going to be at this wick, or maybe a little lower than that. But my next entry is going to be at that spot. So let's move it down here. Just a 5 minute. Okay. Yeah, we're cruising down now. Now guys, remember like the 80-20 rule, like 80% of your profits are going to come from 20% of your trades. When you have price moving like this is the time where you start to take some good profits here. This is when we're starting to look at and catch some really solid trades. So let's just be patient and let price come to us because we will get what we're looking for. It just might not happen in the time that we think it does. So here's why I'm looking for price to get back up to like right here. There we are. We're in the trade. We're down $200 now, $300. Let's see if we can get price to pull back for us. 25. Come on, keep dropping. See if we can get like $300 profit here. Minus 200, 450, 375, 200. How am I at 200? There we go. Update for me. 200, 250, 300, 350, 475, 450, 400. We'll take 525 on that one. Another really good trade. And again, all we did was let price come to us. Yeah, it was 525. All we did was let price come to us, and we got our trade. $500 there on an easy scalp. We're inside the channel, so not great, but we let price pull all the way back, a little bit above where I was, and then it ended up filling really well. So awesome trade there. Let's do it again and do kind of the same thing. We're going to sell right here. I don't know that we're going to get this again. I don't think price is going to. Let me just go right there. I don't think we're going to get price to react that the same way again. That'd be kind of ridiculous. Yeah, that's more appropriate. But let's see. All right, so the way this thing extends, I think if we get price to push, yeah, I like what I'm seeing here. Okay, if I get price to push down some more, I'm probably going to put my entry at the top of this 1 minute candle at 868. But it looks like we're going to maybe have a touch here. So that means we're going to have price pop back up potentially. If that's the case, I'll move it just above my entry zone. Okay. From Denmark, nice, nice. Happy to have you guys. Thanks for watching. This is great. I will get some decent camera and equipment to improve the quality of these videos of this live stream. So hang tight with me. I should have that done by Wednesday. I'll have it all tomorrow, but I don't know what time. So got the delivery man working. We're gonna see when he pulls up though. All right, so shoot. All right, let me get rid of the projector model for just a second. I kind of want this level here, but I think that's a little bit too too aggressive. If I miss it out of like 3 points, then I'll be okay. But we're about to get our entry here, I think. Okay. Waiting for it, waiting for it, waiting for it. Go up a little more. Just a little more. Just a little. I'm not going to beg you, but like a little. There we go. Okay. Got our spot, and we're getting blown out of this one already. We're going to wait. 225. Okay, there's 450. 350, 375. Kind of holding this spot here. 200, 350. Okay, we're going to exit at 400 bucks there. Too aggressive. We had price pop back up. Too aggressive there. Let's see if we can get, yeah, too aggressive on that one. Not that this trade ever would have been profitable. I would have had to enter all the way up here, so this wouldn't have been a really good trade. But let's see on the 5 minute. Wasn't a whole lot I could go off of on that one. We just missed that trade. So let's see if we can, maybe we need to wait for I scout the channel here, but decent trade, the first one. The second one was, I think we just gave back our profit a little bit. We didn't give back all of it, but some of it. Which is okay. You can build an account off being 50% profitable as long as your wins are larger than your losses. So just keep that in mind. I think I'm going to go entry right there, right below. Let's see. This is, again, that's super aggressive too. I might have missed it though. Okay, I could go short there. I could go short here. I could go long here. I'm going to keep with this long thing. I kind of like what I've seen from price. So let us just wait and see what happens. Okay, so price is rejected strong. Can I get a pullback or am I going to give this one up? Let's see. 125. Okay, even. Okay, 150, 200, 250, 275, 150, 300, 325, 450. 375 on that one, I believe. So good trade there as well. Yep, so we're back to where we were before that bullshit ass trade I just took. There we go. So good trade, good trade, good trade. Let's see if price continues to build here, and we'll take another long. I'm learning a lot from you. Thanks. Alexandra, is that right? Alexandra, I appreciate you saying that, and I appreciate you tuning in because I'm glad to have you here, and I'm glad you were learning a lot. We're using a predictive model, and we're using a bit of price action to help us see and find these really good trades. So let's see if we can get price to hop out the channel here, and we'll take another solid trade because we're sitting in a good spot, I think. So let's just wait and see what happens next. Okay. All right, we're waiting. ATR is still pretty high. Oh, it's at 7, so 7's not crazy, but it's enough. Okay, so let's see if we get price to build outside of our channel, we're good. If we get price to fall back like it did just there, then we're looking for some shorts here. So let's see. So here's on our 5 minute over here. We have this nice, I'm going to call that right there. I'm going to call that one right here. We've got this little range right here, and until we see price like deviate from here, we're gonna just try to catch nickels and dimes. Like maybe we get a short down to here potentially. That that would be 20 points, 22 points. Maybe we get a long up to here. That'd be another 15 points. But like we're kind of just waiting to see like what does price want to do, because if we break high up here, we're probably going here and then I don't know, go all the way up there. That'd be 40 points of movement. I don't know if we get that. But we will get some nice building back up to probably in here somewhere. So 916 would be 26 points. Be cool. If we break down here, I mean, we could get anywhere. Maybe this 838 level potentially. So I just want to wait and see what happens. Wait and see what happens, but we'll see. Okay. All right. We are still waiting. Not hoping for anything to happen, but we just want to see something happen here. Okay. So short right there. All right, so we're going to go short if price reaches back up to this level here. It's at the top of our buy zone. I'm using that as a reference. But we've seen a ton of wicks right here. Now, I could get blown out of this trade by being about 3.5 points early. I don't know about blown out of the trade, I'd be down a bit. And so we'll keep an eye on that. But I want to see price reverse back up, hit this level, and come back down. And if it holds as such, then what I'll probably do is take a short and be a little bit more aggressive with it by getting in at the top of the wick of this candle and come back down. Now remember, we haven't really seen anything go past 859, which is down here. So we'll see where that ends up taking us. Okay, I'm going to split the difference on this one, go top of our buy zone, our sell zone right there. Am I going to be too conservative on this one? Let's see. So the top of this candle is what happened. Okay, so there's that. Let's see if we can chop our way back up to my entry. Would love to see that. If not, then I kind of have my idea of where I want price, which is going to be at the body of this candle and the top of this wick in here. If this holds the way it's looking, we're gonna enter there, which is at the beginning of our buy zone, our sell zone rather. Sorry, our sell zone. So this, if we get down to that 59 level, yep. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Missed out on that entry, and that would have been a really good one. And so I'm going to hold my position of going short, even though I've seen a double bottom right here. I have seen that. I'm going to hold my position on that one. I'm going to go and get short right there. Let's see if price gives it to me. Jump up there a little bit more. And the trade. Cool. We only got 4 contracts filled, but we're up 320, 340, 480, 480, 600. There we go. $500 on that trade. We waited and we got our exact spot. So right inside the channel, not my favorite place to trade, but we keep seeing price make these same moves. And so I was able to capture that. All I saw on this one, look where we entered was basically our top of our sell zone. So you don't have to know everything that I know to do this. You just have to use the sell zone here and you'll be okay. But we basically split the difference between this candle here and this wick, kind of, and we were able to get that trade. Really, really solid trade there. I think that puts us back up $1,000 for the day, maybe a little more than that. Yep, $1,020. So we're in good shape on that end of things. Let's continue to see what we get here, because it looks like we're going to take more shorts. And I would say I'm probably going to be willing to take a short right there. Maybe a little higher. All right. Not that I believe price is going to get there, but if it does, I'd be happy to lose that trade if it goes right to there and blows past it. I'd be happy to lose that trade. Not that I want to, but I'd be happy to. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. There's no way you flip back down like that and flip up. But now that you kind of are, I'm kind of nervous. All right, so, okay. You're gonna blow past me or what? Oh man, I hate when it does this thing. Okay, so 275, 250. I don't know if I believe that. Okay, 450. I'm holding here. I don't believe that this is the move, but it could be. Yeah, it is. Okay, not great there. Okay, blown out of that trade. So price built, and I need to see this pattern better, which is we basically get close to our zone. We had not a triple bottom here, but we had quite a few bottoms, and then price ran. So I got to see that better. Not that I should have thought that price was going to consolidate lower, because I kind of did, but I should have seen that one a little bit better. Here's our little W. We were going to exit this channel and go long, which then would give me a much better entry. So we'll continue to see that. Okay. Really? All right. All right. I'm waiting. We're gonna see what we get here. Still waiting. All right. What do we have here? Okay, so let me check one thing here. What's this? All right. So I have price not maybe trying to go past this 889 level, which is fine. Let's see if we can get price to push back. And then I'm going to go long at some point here. I just don't know where I want to go long at. Maybe right here. Okay. I got in a little late, maybe a lot late, but I think I like my spot here. I don't think I like price really just reversing all the way down like that, but maybe it's going to. Okay. We're back down $300-400. I'm holding my position here. I could be wrong, but I'm holding this position. 275, 300, 425, 350. Okay, we're just a bit aggressive here, a little early, but could I be correct? Maybe. Could I be wrong? Of course. Let's see. Wow, I can't believe we would reject this hard. That's all. But damn. Okay, $25. It's kind of a slap in the face for being down so much. Let's see. 50. Take what you can get sometimes. 75, 250. We'll take 325 on that. We'll get back some of our L's there. All right, so let's see if we can see. Now we're playing the channel here, and we're just kind of looking at wicks and trading off of them. I see a huge rejection right here. I see price 1, 2, 3, kind of these tops right here. So if I was going to take another sell, I'd want to take a sell basically right in here. Now I'm also seeing that price rejected here twice, like this area here. And so I'm not going to go against the model. I'm going to let price determine where we go next, and I'm going to take a trade. So getting back to break even there. Yeah, nice W pattern. Thanks, good trade. Yeah, it was okay, but it happens. So we're still positive. We're still profitable on the day, which is good. We simply just have to clear up a couple of those shitty trades, and we're freaking back, man. We're back. So let's see. All right. Now here's the thing on the 5 minute. I could have noticed this a lot earlier, and I could have made a shitload of money. But you see this rejection right here, this top, and then these two right here. That's easy bread. I don't know why I didn't see that. So I gotta see it better. All right, so let's see if we get a rejection again, or if we're gonna blow past the price here. So I'm gonna put a sell right there, like right at this previous high, and I'm gonna keep a super tight stop on this one, as I don't think that if we get to my level and keep going, that we're gonna stop. maybe I'm gonna go right there. So I'm gonna sell right there, and I guess I would want to buy like right here if price gets this low. But then again, price has shown that it will blow past this level. Move it there. Let's see. ATR is at 7, it's fine. So we rejected, it's good. Let's just see where we go here. Come on, come on, come on, baby. Make a move. Now, I'm needing price to come down 12 points or to go up the same amount, like 13 points, 12 points. So we're going to be waiting here for a minute. I don't know if I want to continue to hold this or if I want to adjust some of these. But we're going to like just wait and see what comes of this. So I like my spot. I just don't know where I want to be yet. So how are you guys doing today? We're up to 3 hours and 30 minutes of streaming, man. We are rocking and freaking rolling. Let's keep it going here. So there's a bounce right there. It's good. Frick. Let's see. And it looks like selling up here makes sense. Okay. So I'm gonna hold that buy limit down there just to see what price wants to do, if it wants to dance. But since I have my sell as high as I do, let's see if price touches this high right here of the previous wick and gives me an entry, and what that entry is going to do, because wow, that was crazy. Okay, I'm in 5. That's good. My average, yeah, I didn't see that jump coming. That was crazy. All right, so we're even. Now we're down. Now we're even. Now we're up. Okay, come on. Okay, up $100. 75, 50, 75. $100 on that one. I'm out of that trade. I don't like that one at all. I don't like when price gaps like that. It wasn't a lot, but that thing gapped. This is the data that we have, about a point. From 879 to 8. I mean, that was a point and a half of gap. I don't know if I like that. And so I'm going to get out of that trade as best I can. I'm going to go back to my sell down here of that same level. But maybe a buy right in here isn't a bad idea. Okay, the model is now red. So I don't know if I want to buy right here, but let's move that down. Auto flip. I hate when auto flips like that, but I understand I'm just gonna be trading inside of this channel anyway. So if price extends down like this, let's do like this. If price extends down this far, I'm okay buying that. I am okay with the way we've been chopping. I am okay buying that, and I'm gonna let the model figure itself out. We're gonna take it on the chart, just saying. If price flips down here, I'm cool with it. If price rolls back up here, we can sell that, and I'll adjust this as I see price. But here's what I'm looking at in the 5-minute chart: is if we get price to drop 6 points. I mean, based on the way we've been behaving, I should be able to get myself like 4 or 5 of these points and take a solid win. So let's see. Okay, there's our level. There's one of them. Okay, so blow past and get into my zone. It did. It rolled. It steamrolled my level. Shit. Yeah, I figured that was coming. And I figured that was coming too. All right, so not great there. If I wanted to buy something, so if I wanted to sell, yeah, look, that was about the trade we were thinking we were going to get. So here's there. I want to go up here. So yeah, that one gapped, not gapped, but it opened and ran quick as hell. And having a buy down here would have been brilliant, as I had before. I probably wouldn't have gotten filled though, as it was a little lower. But I saw that perfectly, and I just didn't capture it. So Bad trade there. But now we're still looking for a sell. And I think if I'm, that one's aggressive. But if I put my entry here, bottom of these 3 wicks right here, maybe just a little higher. Right there. I think if we get that, I'd be okay. Let's see. So price rejected down there. But I don't need price to roll all the way back down. I just needed to get close up to here. And then, whoa, got close but didn't get all the way there. Missed me by a point, by a full point. Let's see if I get it though. Okay. So look at what price is up to here and here. So we should have some buying down here at this. We should have some buying right there. We should be buying down there. All right. Price hits that, we should be buying. Point blank period. Price hits here, we should be selling. Just a little bit of a little bracket action here. Let's see. Okay, so I didn't get my fill, but my entry would have been perfect. Okay, now this is going to be aggressive. I think price is going to hit this thing. Oh, it just missed by a point. And who knows? That could have saved me. Who knows? Let's go a little lower. I see price threatening. Just get to there. All right. Top of that previous candle's wick, right above my sell zone there. And if price gets froggy, it's going to fall down here. And if I get that, I think I want to buy that. Let's see. Just using basic supply and demand. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay, it ran past my entry. Okay, but we're bouncing back. Let's see. 300, 250, 175. Super aggressive trade. So let's see what we get here. 100, 25, 100, 125, 50, 100, buck 50, buck 75, 300. There we go. 300. Okay, 225 on that. Not mad about it. Let's see if we can get a buy or a sell up here. Okay. And we'll be all right. How are we doing in the live? I didn't let the live try here. Doing good. Now you guys are going strong. Really appreciate that. I really, really, really do. When you guys whatever know. Let's see. Price is building up. Okay. In my trade, it bounces at my entry and it runs some more. Let's see how early I was. Okay, 50, 50, minus 50. We were super early on this one, huh? Let's say we were 3 points early, 3.5 points early. That's fine. 4 points. Yeah, we're out of this one, huh? Be patient. Okay, not great. Bad trade there. But what we saw was price, make a low and then make a new low, and then there it ran. So bad trade there. Let's try to end on a win, and then we'll get out of here. Let's see what we got. So low there, low here. Okay, well, price gets down there, I'll buy again. That's fine. But let's see if we can get price to push up again, and we'll get something going. And then I need to go eat something before I pass out. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got price pushing up now. Good. Rejection. I'm gonna buy right there. If we get price, I'm gonna move it down a little bit. That's a little bit aggressive. Right in there. So kind of, mid, about a third of the way into the buy zone here. We can get that, I'll be happy as shit. If not, I'll have to wait. Okay. And, oh, yes. We're in the trade. Okay. Let's make this one a good one and get out of here. Okay, 25 bucks. Even 50 bucks, 75 bucks. Can we get a 3-piece? We get a 3-piece, we'll be out of here. Well, that was, and then it ran away from me. All right, we'll take 150 on that one. Not the best, but we saved some profit there, as that could have easily been a bad trade. Oh, maybe we get to the bottom of our buy zone here. Maybe we get, I'm gonna go right there. I'm looking for a long right there. Now I see price not willing to go higher here, so I do see, I'm acknowledging that. And maybe, there we go. So now we're down in our trade. Okay, 150, 75, 50. Okay. One in, one out, huh? Fuck. Let's see what we got. 300, 250, 225. Go up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit. 200. Is this my 3-piece? 250. 125 again? Damn. All right. Let's go maybe one more buy right here. I'm going to keep, how many times am I going to keep buying on this fucking level right here? All right. Let's see what we got. What sort of stop loss do I use? Just the numbers, the sort of downage that I am. Depending on the account, like let's say an account gives you like minus 1,000 and it top step Apex using your own cash even, it just kind of depends. But what I would say is you have to be wary of your margin. And then I'm going to get in this trade, I think. I'm going to get a nice buy here or get my ass kicked out of this trade. Ooh, there we go. 5 contracts entered and we are down $1.75, 25. What sort of stop loss? It depends on how you start the day and how you end the day. If you start the day up high, you can have a large stop loss. Start the day off low or bad, you can have yourself kind of it just depends. So we'll take 200 bucks on that one. I was probably a little bit, I was probably pretty good on that one. I probably stayed in a little bit longer and captured some profit there. But really good trade there. So we ended the day on kind of a 3 in a row, which is good. We just had to draw down a little bit, but that's fine. Did we end the day profitably? We certainly fucking did. So that's a good day. We took, I don't know how many trades, we took a lot of trades today. So really good trade. We basically just traded through the junk here, made some good cash. We're going to continue to refine, get better. And if you guys want to use a predictive model or take actually, hold on. You see this trade right here? I think I like this right here. I'm going to see. Where does price want to finish going? I've seen price bounce here a few times. But now what I'm looking for is to go short, maybe up here. Maybe I get this one filled, maybe I don't. No, I'm not gonna get that filled. Man, am I gonna get a trend though? I need price to fall out of the zone? Oh shit. Let's see. So right there, what kind of stop loss do I keep? I keep kind of the same, it just depends. Like if I'm up in an account, okay, so if an account has basically, you can't lose 1,000 from the top, then you have to keep that in mind. If an account has, you can't lose 1,000 from the beginning balance of the day, then you keep that in mind. So if you're up $2,000, like top step, and you lose $1,000 on the trade, you're done. But you can systematically lose some trades and still stay up in that account. Each account is just different. But in this one, I'm trying to just figure out where to place my stops as it relates to some of these entries. And so it just depends. I don't want to lose more than, like, I think I took a $700 loss, but I don't want to lose more than my maximum win would be, which was 1,100, I think 1,100, 1,200 bucks. It's somewhere in there. So we'll find that and figure it out. But let's see. This could be the last trade of the day. Let's see what we got. Okay, there's price. Let's go top of my previous candle there as a sell. Okay. Blew past our support down there. Delete that, delete that. Okay. Got 11 folks watching, now 10. Fantastic. Blew another account and I was only 920 down because of the fucking trailing drawdown. Yeah. How many contracts, truthfully, were you using on that account? We want to make sure that we don't get down so much in some of these trades. We want to, like, depending on the account, and this is usually controllable by contracts. Like, we want to make sure that we're not using too many contracts, because getting down $900 with 5 contracts is quite a bit. So if you're using anything less than that, that would just be, we're not seeing the market well. And that, like, we can't let some of these losses like get in the way of, blowing up an account. Like, we can't have losses so large that we end up losing an account on one trade. Now, I could have multiple trades. You have to let me know and kind of fill me in the section there. But, if we're going to have $1,000 drawdown for a day, then like $300 has to be our max loss, which means we have to edit that by contract. We have to like use contracts to mitigate that risk. Instead of using 5 like I'm using right now, maybe we just use 2 or 3. So it'd be really hard to get down $700, $800, $900 using 3 contracts, unless we're just holding on to trades too long. So let's see. So we could be looking at buying right there, but I'm gonna wait, and then maybe we go sell right around here. I'm trying to leave and go eat, but market keeps giving me good stuff, so I don't know what to do. Okay, market's flying down. It's good. We're gonna use that 2-wick, double-wick high there to give our entry, which just means that we're going to have our stop loss somewhere up here, which is fine. I don't know if we're going to get it, but we'll be patient. We might get it. Looking like it. Okay. Got 10 of you guys watching. Trying to pass the key values of 900 at one time. Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. Yeah. The passing the evals in one day, I fucking love that, because it shows real skill. It's only when you take a loss that you're like, that was a little bit too aggressive. And so let's be patient and maybe just choke down some of the contracts. Now, when the ATR is low, you can add contracts because you're not expecting as big of a move. So when the ATR is high, less contracts. But like a couple of things, if you're going to be a one trade loss that blows up an account, then I'm going to say that you're going to have to also choke down contracts too. Like, if you're just going to trade as like 2 or 3 wins, passes, and then 1 loss loses, then what I want to do is make sure that I'm trading kind of middle of whatever is being allowed to be. Okay, so there's my entry on that one. About $50 there. Let's close out a good win here. 175, 300, 350, 250. 275, 325, 400, 350, 425, 450, 5, 475, 450. We'll take 525 on that one. Maybe got out a little bit too soon, but really good trade to end on as we cap our marathon. Up back $1,000 for the day. We finished pretty good on that one. It just took us a lot of trades. We could have stopped way earlier and had the same profit, but we got a lot of teaching in here. If you guys got some value from this, then let's come back. I'm too as I am not consistent. Yeah, so truth means I'll answer that really quick and then we'll get out of here. I was at 4 hours of live streaming. Holy shit. There's a lot. What I would say is, let's make sure that when we're inside of these evals, if you're going to be a trader that's going to be a 1 loss blows up the account, then let's just make that like 3 losses and adjust for that. And if you get hot and you see the market really good, well, then you can ramp it up a little bit and try to pass. But what we don't want to do is let one of these losses ruin an account. And ideally, don't let it ruin a mood, right? Let's not let a loss affect us, because the truth is like, you're probably a really good trader. Being inconsistent just means that you're using different rules for your entries instead of the same ones, because like this is really easy to catch if we use the same rules. If we use different rules, like I did sometimes today, and you guys saw me lose, I'm happy and okay to show you that, because I can be inconsistent at times too. But if you're inconsistent, then let's just build the same rules and consistently do it that way, and we should be good and in good shape. So guys, we will be back tomorrow. We got fucking 4 hours of live trading. I didn't think I'd ever do that, but we're here. I'll probably drink a bunch of water because my throat's probably itchy or whatever. But you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, and we will come back tomorrow and bang these markets again. See ya.